up with the brightness on this. Good lord.
Yeah. Well, Andy, first of all, glad that you're back. Hope everything's fine.
Yeah, I hope everything's fine with you.
Oh,
I know you're going through the same thing as me. So
yeah. It's all cool. It's all good. All good.
Yeah,
Okay.
how's dad life?
It's it's nice. I mean, the kid is very calm and collected. So, fortunately, we
So I can
yeah. So
legally call you daddy.
yes, you can. You can.
Dungeon Daddy.
But only
Daddy.
but only if you're going to make those like lewd faces and stuff. So
You can't see my face, but
I can
am.
imagine it. I can imagine. I have a pretty good imagination.
Thank you, daddy.
No worries, son, Sonny or whatever. Well, let's start with experience points, and Andy probably has has quite a lot to spend, but of course we're
A lot to
Yeah.
spend.
yeah.
I have no clue. No
Yeah.
clue what I'm gonna do with that. I have not had any time. So
No worries, no worries.
You can just skip me. It's fine.
Okay.
That'll quicken things.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can after the game I can spend the points for you. I will maybe I don't know send you a message with proposition on
An
what to
itemized
spend.
list.
Yeah, and
No, that's fine. I
And
mean, if you have the time, but don't go out of your way. Don't.
no worries. It's all good. It's all good. Let's start with Gustav. Gustav, what are you going to buy?
I think I'm just gonna take some numerical stats that make sense this time.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay.
Or could I take flee
If you
after
have,
the?
That's a good one.
if you have it on your,
Yeah, it's under
Pro-
spy.
yeah, you can. Sure.
Okay. Flee, and I will take. Let me
You
look
were
at
now the
my-
bass player for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Flee.
I'm
only,
gonna up my weapon skill by 5.
Okay, weapon skill by 5 and flee. Remember that flee only works when you are actually fleeing from, from the battle or from something. So you can, for example, use flee to close with the enemy faster. You need to actively
Yeah.
run away from them.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Right. After that, we have Johannes. Johannes, what are you going to buy?
Well, I was explaining to the guys that I'm back on my desktop computer, and apparently the last time my desktop computer had any input was October 13th, 2024. So there's a discrepancy in how many. I mean, I can see it on my character sheet. I updated it, but I also think I'm still in the position where I can't really, or I shouldn't really exit my current career because I don't have all the stuff, and I don't have any. I'm sort of maxed out, so I'll skip buying today.
Okay.
A long way of saying that I'm not doing anything.
All right. Lambert, Cherry Heart. What are you buying?
I'm in the same boat almost with him, but I'm going to. I've got 2 numerical stats that I needed to boost, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that.
Mhm. And these
so
are?
my ballistic skill up by 5 and my agility up by 10.
Okay. And Gaston is badass enough that he doesn't have to buy anything. But of course, I will, like I said, Andy, I will take a look at your character sheet and and send you some offers.
Okay.
Probably within next week. Right.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's start with you, because we know that Gaston last time he said farewell to the boys and rode away with Preceptor Kunibad Ferenbach of the Reichsguard and a bunch of his men towards the Reykwold Forest to hunt some beastmen. We
Taking notes, by the way.
yeah, by the way, who's taking notes? Yeah, that's actually very
It
good.
ain't me.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Well-
think I was my last time, my third time last time. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is it back around to me then?
probably. You are taking very good notes, Sean. So
All right. Well,
the best note.
what am I doing here? I'm opening up a text document.
yeah, and there's already a document on Roll20.
Yeah. Well, man.
I mean, you don't have
I
to.
like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to
I
write
type
in
it
it.
into it. Yeah. Because I find that if I don't type in it in a separate thing, what happens is that
You can lose everything. Yeah, gotcha.
yeah. Yeah.
That's that's perfectly normal. So anyway, Gaston, you and a bunch of Reiksguard traveled towards actually Reykjavik Forest to hunt some beastmen because there was apparently an infestation. And you left Bögenhafen, and first of all, you left Gustav, Johannes, and Lambert, and told them that you'll be back soon. And actually, you're going to be back very soon because along the way, there was a runner from Aldorf, or rather, a messenger from Aldorf, not actually someone who came from Aldorf running on his feet, because that would be silly. A messenger who intercepted. What was the guy's name? Fehrenbach. And told him that there was a change of plans, that he and his men were actually needed back in the capital because there was there was some trouble brewing in the south, and the trouble in the south were apparently much bigger than a bunch of beastkin running amok in Reichwald. I mean, there are always beastmen in the forest of the old world. That's nothing new. That's why you don't travel through the forest at night. It's a suicide. And honestly, don't even travel through forests during the day. It's also there's also a big chance for it being suicide. And so, of course, Queenbart asked the man if he can take you with them, but the messenger responded with, there was no talk about a Bretonnian knight joining this endeavor. So unfortunately, you were, maybe fortunately, it depends. Of course, you were let go, and Queenbar told you that you are essentially free to do whatever you want. In that case, perhaps return to Bögenhafen to your comrades, of course, and that when you'll be back in Aldorf, maybe he'll contact you, maybe not. Depends on how long this mission, this task will take. It was clear that he was rather unhappy that he kinda leaves you high and dry, but orders were orders. So Gaston, I presume, unless you want me to run a completely different game for you, that you return to Bögenhafen.
No, I'd like to complete a different game within the game.
No worries. Okay, let's say that you return to Bretonia. Let's say that you return to Bretonia, and I'm going to run a Bretonian campaign for a single player.
I'm gonna travel to the future.
Oh, and, awesome!
Yeah, of course, yeah.
M41. Okay.
You suddenly suffer a traumatic brain injury.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so return to Bögenhafen you did, and you are a Bretonnian knight, so fortunately for some reason you were even able to to avoid paying the relatively small but still tax at the entrance at the gate leading normally to Helmgard, which from Helmgard you can actually travel to Bretonia itself. So you enter through the west gate, and you remember the place where you were staying with Gustav, Johannes, and Lambert. It was this relatively nice, cozy inn called Cadbury's. I also think that you've... I would guess that you would go there, but please tell me, Andy, if there's anything... And I'm serious right now. If there's anything else that you want to do, then by all means.
No.
Tell me.
You're good.
And so when you've entered the establishment, of course, this is the place mostly frequented by locals, by hardworking men and women of the Eisenbaum Strasse and generally Nunnerweg. This part of Bögenhafen is It's called it's called the Artisan Quarter, and the buildings here range from small, unpretentious workshops to the elaborate, ostentatious dwellings of the master craftsman. The inns are of average quality, like the Cadbury's itself, and most are patronized by one particular profession of artisan. So, of course, a Bretonian knight entering such a place will gather, will gather attention, right? Amos, the owner of the place, when he sees you, he exits the bar. He goes from behind the bar and approaches you, bows rather low, which of course is pleasing, and says, "Master Knight, welcome back. I didn't thought that you'd return so soon."
Yeah.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Just some wine for now.
Of course. Your friends, I'm afraid to say, they are not here. They left and they haven't returned yet.
You know where they went?
That's a good question, Gustav, Johannes, and Lambert. Does Amos know where you went? Did you told him?
I think Lambert is there, isn't he?
No, Lambert.
Well,
actually, yeah.
Well, it depends on what timey-wimey-ness we're in. But Lambert, as of the last session, was back at Cadbury's eating.
Okay.
He had spied on the...
Barely escaped out of that place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, but let's just say that perhaps Amos didn't saw you, Lambert. But yeah, you are inside eating.
What's that supposed to mean?
What?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You're probably short. What's the problem? I mean, you are playing a halfling. So you actually see Gaston entering, the place, Lambert. And this is rather strange, probably to you, because he left like what, 2 nights ago, two days ago, and already
that was fast.
Yeah, already Cadbury's is packed. Cadbury's for some reason is very popular with local metal workers. They love to hang around this place and just drink till late hours of the night. So yeah, Lambert, you see, from above your bowl of stew, the very characteristic silhouette of Gaston Leroux, and actually you hear his voice, and when he takes his helmet off, you also see his face. So that's him. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna miss a garishly, pompously dressed knight entering a bar full of normals.
Probably.
Yeah. What happened there, buddy?
Yes, I'm assuming he's behind me.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You turn around and you see that Lambert is there, and he sits at a table near one of the walls. But there are so many people here that it's rather easy to not notice him, and also because he's short.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna turn around and look like out into the distance and not see anybody.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And I'm gonna say,
here.
I'll just be like,
They're down here.
someone talking to me?
I stand up. Like, hey, over here. This one. This table.
Now you see him, Aslo.
He's the same height as everybody else in the room now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I see you. Next time, get on a stool or something.
Oh wow.
I am on a stool.
All right. That's good. Yeah, you can see Lambert.
Head over.
You can see that Gaston is perfectly fine. He doesn't look like, he went like he took part in battle or something. He's not bruised or beaten up. His armor is relatively clean. I mean, of course, after like a few days on the road with the knights, it's probably slightly dusty and dirty, but no, nothing too bad. Gaston, you take a seat at Lambert's table, and immediately one of Amos's sons approaches you, a young man who's clearly in awe, looking at you. At the Bretonian knight. and he asks if he can get you anything. Something to eat, something to drink. You are pretty hungry, truth be told, and probably pretty thirsty as well.
Yeah, I'll have some wine and I'll have whatever my friend over here is having to eat.
Of course, Sir Knight. I'll be right back. And with that, the young man disappears in the kitchen. So Lambert and you and Gaston have probably like a minute or two to chat before the young man returns. Go ahead, by all means.
So what happened?
I guess it turns out my services weren't needed.
That's kind
I
of a
figured you
dick
guys needed me.
move. Well, their part. All right. I mean, I don't know where you fit really in the hell. I don't even know what the plan is. We're trying to rig an election, I think, or rig a vote.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I can fit somewhere. I'm sure I can muscle the vote. Have some people.
I think your station might do better. I think it would be better if we used you for what you are. That can unlock doors that they won't let my halfling ass into.
Well, we saw how that turned out last time, though.
What? Oh, well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. No, you got a point.
It ended with you running away and leaving me.
You had it under control.
Called a tactical retreat.
It was a tactical repositioning. I didn't run far.
Whatever you want to call it. I mean, looked like you were running away like a little bitch, but where is everyone else?
Damn, 2 days on the road and you're already hard as shit. My bad. 2 days on the road and you've already gone gangster. My bad, bud.
The road has changed me.
I'm a loner now.
2 days on the
Exactly.
I'm a
road.
loner, Dottie.
I'm a loner, Dottie.
Yep.
A rebel.
2 days on the road when with nothing happening changed me. Okay.
Took one of those mattresses that had a tag that said "Do not remove under the penalty of law," and I cut it off.
Fuck, that's hard.
Pee-wee's
all
Big
right, well,
Adventure. We just watched that again.
man, all I did was threaten an old man and his wife. My bad. Shit. I
I
ended up
mean,
my
sounds
game.
like the usual for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Always
know where
running
the
your
boy.
mouth.
In this case, I think I did good, man. All right. Well, I don't know where the boys are at.
Yeah, that's true. You do not
Prob-
know where the boys are at.
They're probably up to something productive. I don't know what that is, but I'm happy to drown your lily white ass in wine and cheap food for the next foreseeable couple hours till I get back.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Point of order.
Go ahead.
Would the innkeeper know? Because remember, those guys like sort of made a show like, "Hey, you need to step outside."
Oh, the
or
guys,
was that be-
the guys that came for you, right?
I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
wait.
standing outside when they walked up. Is
that what happened?
Anybody who was outside would have seen it, but inside.
I could have sworn that they actually called us out, but maybe we were standing outside already. I don't know. I'd have to go through the notes, I guess.
I think that I don't know who's right here. So let me quickly see. Wait. We walk outside and immediately run into the goons.
Okay.
Wait, Gustav and Hans finish their meal with Alize and return to Cadbury's in her coach. Gustav notices they are followed by 6 dock workers. Gustav and Johannes get out at Cadbury's and they walk inside. Johannes buys everyone...
we got beer and then we walked out,
Yeah, Johannes buys everyone around for 20 pennies. We walk outside and immediately run into the goons. They threaten Johannes and Gustav and they eventually agree to follow them to see their boss down the docks. So that's what happened. You exit the inn, the
so
Cadbury's.
nobody
Yeah, no, I mean outside. There are people outside, of course. Even though remember it's like late autumn, so most old worlders are staying indoors because the river is which is the river. I'm looking at the picture of the river, so I said the river. The weather is kinda damp and chilly, not very pleasant already. But I don't think that anyone would approach Lambert and Gaston and told them, hey, your friends, there came a bunch of guys and they took them. Unfortunately, you're not local and you're not well known here. So
Yeah,
So
I just misremembered.
No worries. I mean, it was the middle of January, so I also don't remember anything about this game. I don't even remember what's the what's the big deal with the adventure, with the scenario. I don't know what the end game is. In fact, I'm just winging it up.
Well, all I know is we've made an enemy for life.
Yes, yeah, the guy that you weren't able to burn alive for some reason.
Well,
Ran out of time.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't find a match.
That's true. That's true.
That is totally the reason that he's not dead.
That's true.
Because nobody had a fucking match.
Well, like, why didn't you ask for a Zippo or something? It's the old world. Not everyone carries matches with them.
Well, I mean, some. I was like, does nobody smoke anymore?
That's a good
Borrow
point.
your pipe for a second.
That's a good point. So Gaston, I don't think you even knew about the whole thing with the halflings. Lambert, perhaps you want to.
He met them, but I don't think he knows the full job.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. Like you.
I don't.
discovered them, I think.
All I know is that one of them is going to get a medical practice license. The other one is striking some trade deal shit. And I broke into somebody's house and threatened them to try and get an affidavit for hey, I know this person is having an affair with a common woman, so I can put some pressure on them to vote a certain way.
Yeah, that's true. You've seen this person, Lambert, and this we are talking, of course, about
Gothbert.
That's not his name, Gusberg. I'm going to tell you who that was. Gosbert. Okay, Gosbert. Yeah, Gosbert. But that's his name, not surname. Yeah. Lambert, you seen this man enter the house of of a very of very common people, and there's a chance that he has an affair with someone there, right? So you've also learned that the woman is the wife of one of the guild masters. Yeah, guild masters, exactly. Actually, it's the house of the Stevedores Guild leader.
That was it, and he was trying to strike a deal with them outside of their usual deals.
Yeah. So, do you relay that information to Gaston?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gaston, do you write?
The more he knows, the more likely he is to possibly
Kill
get
the right
involved
person.
in some
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
So, do you do anything with that info, Gaston, or are you just listening for now?
Just listening for now.
Okay. All right. So in that case, also your food has been, of course, served, and wine as well. You can tell that this is a very common beverage. It's nothing special. The food smells good enough and tastes good enough. Like, it's no slop, but it's also definitely nothing too fancy. For everything you pay, I would say probably about 6 pennies, something like that. So.
Nah, it's on my tab.
Oh, so numbered. So it's 6 pennies for everything, and now we return to Gustav and Johannes. Gustav and Johannes, you left the warehouse, and then you traveled to the place of to the contact place that you used to speak with the halflings. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got there and there's like nobody there. There's just like a drunk at the table. That's it.
Yes, there's nobody there actually, and it's a pretty nasty, rundown looking, establishment. Definitely not very safe during late hours. It's called Birds, by the way. It's
Yes.
perched out over the top brown waters of the river Bogen. A shabby building that definitely has seen better days. There are noticeable gaps in the slats making up the walls, and of course the wood shingled roof, has gaping holes. The pale grey color of the old wood is broken by a big B in peeling red paint on the side of the building. There are no windows, just a porch and an open door frame. And of course on the porch there's an old drunkard whom you remember last time he was vomiting noisily into the river. Now he's just sitting here on the porch and lolling slightly from side to side. You've entered inside and sadly there's no sign of Matchwicke, Matchwicke Greenfiso and his cousin Candlewicke. So tell me, Gustav and Johannes, what are you going to do right now?
I go up to the bar and start, slapping my hand, banging my fist on the bar. Barman,
Okay.
anybody here? Boom, boom, boom.
From behind a very dirty, long piece of brown cloth, a man emerges. He doesn't look dangerous per se, but he definitely doesn't look friendly, and he looks at you in a rather unpleasant way. The fuck you want? I'm not deaf.
I'm looking. Well, I didn't know if there was anyone here by the looks of the place.
Very funny. Well, there is someone here by the looks of the place. So tell me again, what the fuck do you want?
I'm looking for the Green Thistle boys.
Well, they're not here.
Well, they might want to know that.
No. He says, and he raises one finger. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear anything concerned the halflings. All right. Well, look, you can return here in a couple of hours. Maybe I don't know. Next day, maybe they'll be here. I'm not prying my nose into their business. It's not very safe. So keep that information to yourself, eh?
Well, for your own safety, I'll just let you know that. Shit. What were they? Stevedores? By the way,
the guys who took you in, they were dock workers. So probably stevedores.
Well, just for your own safety, there may be some dock workers coming here to look for them that are very angry. Good day, sir.
He looks at you and says, "Wait." He narrows his eyes. By the way, Gustav, when this happens, I presume that you're inside, right?
Yeah, I'm standing next to Johannes.
What are you saying? Are you saying that you're leading a bunch of dock workers here that are looking for trouble?
I'm not saying I'm leading them here. I'm saying that they have information. They are angry with the Green Thistle boys, and they have information that they are here. Good day. Bye. See you later.
Yeah. He says.
And I walk out.
Yeah, and he also, disappears behind this dirty brown cloth, and but you can see that he disappears in a hurry. He's probably, either going to, you guess, run somewhere himself, or perhaps, he's looking for someone to maybe fetch a message, deliver a message. You're not sure. He obviously took the warning rather seriously. And given the fact that he doesn't look like a warrior himself, he looks like a barkeep, and not the burly kind, just a nasty kind. It's clear that if the dock workers would come here, there would be trouble. So after that, Gustav and Johannes, you get outside. You can see, most you can smell River Bogen, and see the Western Dam, the other side of the town, on the far shore. the so-called worst neighborhood in Bögenhafen. Very dangerous, very unpleasant. Supposedly, of course, you weren't there. The melange of smells, of aromas, rotting fish, old sogging timber, stuff like that, trash, and another even more unpleasant aromas. Of course, they all mix together. Yeah, it's like it's like dock area in Naudorf, and not the nice kind. Tell me, what are your plans right now?
Gustav, I think that unfortunately our friends aren't here, so maybe we should skedaddle back to Cadbury's and see if Lambert had any success.
Yeah, we need to find them ASAP. This place isn't safe for them, and I'm not sure they realize that.
Well, I mean, they're big boys. They can take care of themselves. Mainly, I don't want to be here when they come looking for them because of what we did. So let's go.
About that, and I say this as we're walking back to Cadbury's, I guess. So we need to go over this in case it comes up.
All right.
We were abducted from Cadbury's. We were
Yes.
going to be robbed or killed, or we're not sure, but we fought them off, and they took my Chilean sash, and that's the last we know.
Oh, did they really take your sash?
Yeah, I don't remember that. Did they?
I put it on the guy,
Alright.
and I had to leave him hurry.
Alright.
So it's kind of a loose end.
Okay. Yeah, because
But
you cut his ear off, right? Yeah.
Somebody cut his ear off.
Yeah. Gustav.
Ears fall off all the time.
Gustav cut.
I'm not sure you saw that, but yeah.
No, I mean of course you saw that, and you even heard that. I mean, the man wasn't gagged when you cut his ear off, like he was howling in pain. And it was after Johannes doused him in oil lamp and wanted to set him aflame.
So yeah,
Yeah.
none of that ever happened. We don't know anything about that.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
I don't know how that oil got on him. He must be very clumsy.
He probably tripped and fell face first into a lamp. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible, Your Honor. He fell on some bullets lying on the floor. All 30 of them, right?
I'm back.
I was gonna say
What we have going for us is we have established.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We have established reputations, right?
Mhm.
And typically, failed muggers, don't go to the police when the muggings don't go right.
Mhm. Well, truth be told, the dog workers, after you've beaten them up, Gustav and Johannes, they kind of left. They saw that you're not, pushovers, and they didn't want any trouble. You had a feeling that they weren't gang members. They were just that dog workers hired by this guy. By the way, did the guy introduce himself? I don't remember, honestly, because it's been a few months.
He's just written down here as Conrad.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
He
so-
did
Mhm.
say he was working for somebody, and I've now forgotten what the name.
Yeah,
of
we got the name of the person he's working for, but we couldn't get any other information.
All right.
And we were trying to ask him about that other name. Fuck, so long ago.
He told you that he was working for someone, right? All right.
Well, remember, there's somebody that we're supposed to go. We asked what's her nuts about it, and she got very cold because I guess they were betrothed or something. Something was going on between her and this
Alize,
guy.
right?
Yeah,
The
but I don't remember who the guy was.
she I don't think she told you, but probably Steinhager, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, you're talking about this whole thing and discussing plans and what to say, what not to say. You don't really think that there will be guards waiting for you. I mean, the man clearly tried to abduct you and force you to force you to told him, I think, where the halflings were, right?
No, he totally was. He totally was essentially threatening to torture us into telling him what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Hinting he would have us killed and all this, so that's why we turned it up to a 10 so quick.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I was like, now I want you to give me information, and he was being a dick. So I was like, okay, if you're no use to me, I'll set you on fire.
Yep.
By the way, I need to stop by a tobacconist shop. I need a pipe and a
and a few matches. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Just throw me gossip, please. What's the charm?
I never want to be unable to burn somebody ever again.
Yeah, charm or gossip. You find maybe not even a shop, but this stand. Street stand selling tobacco, cheap tobacco to be honest, and and
corncob pipes.
Yeah, and some pipes, and of course it's nothing special, but the man to whom the stand belongs, of course, he says that this is definitely the best tobacco ever. It's like it's tobacco from Estalia. It's very good, very it's aromatic. It's even beneficial for your health, of course.
Yeah. Cures asthma.
Yeah,
9 out of 10 doctors recommend it.
Like I
Can you light me a cigar real quick?
This man doesn't have cigars, sadly.
Okay.
It's a street vendor selling really cheap, not very pleasantly smelling tobacco and some cheap pipes, and that's it. You can, and he also, of course, has matches. So if you want, then by all means.
Yes.
Okay. So how much tobacco do you want to buy?
So I want to buy.
As somebody that used to smoke a pipe, you're probably going to want to get like 8 ounces.
Okay. Well, I was assuming so I want to get a pipe, and then I want to get enough tobacco to fill the bowl 4 times.
Oh, then like an ounce.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah,
okay. Well, then I'll get 8. Then I'll get 8 ounces. All right.
Yeah.
How many matches?
Whatever that. I want a dozen matches.
So dozen matches will cost 13 pennies.
Okay, 13 pennies. I have 103, so that's cool.
Okay, let me quickly see.
God damn it! All right, I'll be right. I'll be back again. Give me a minute.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
I hope everything's fine.
Oh, I think you missed it. I don't think you were on earlier. He said he'd probably have to leave like a bunch to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Of course. Actually, you can buy a whole forge. Wow, how much does forge cost? 1,200 gold crowns, and the forge is yours. That's reasonable, I think.
A forge?
Yeah, a forge. You can, and it's listed in personal items. Like my personal item is a forge. Because of course I carry it everywhere with me, right?
Yeah. That sounds like a oops, I forgot I owned a forge.
Yeah.
Kind of left it at the bar.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. Sorry, Sean. It will be just give me a second. And
no, it's okay. I'm kind of making your life difficult.
No worries. Okay, I'm just going to wing it. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it's like set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
Let's say that you pay 3 pennies for the amount of tobacco that you want, and additional 8 pennies for the pipe. You're pretty sure that the pipe should not be worth that much, given how it looks and how it feels in your hand. It's a very cheap pipe, by the way. It's like it's almost like the guy took 2 pieces of wood, maybe work on them for an hour or 2 himself, and then he just he sells them. So, do you want to haggle or do you want to just?
No, I just
Okay.
buy it from him.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my pennies down. I have too many.
Sure. So, yeah. So please deduct the amount of money you got. Everything you wanted. He even gave you the tobacco in this very small, not too clean leather cloth pouch. Not leather pouch, of course. It's too
Yeah,
expensive.
okay. Yeah, I just stick it all in my
yeah.
in my belt pouch and
Yeah.
and say thank you very much, sir.
The pleasure is all mine. He says, "Happy smoking." Yeah.
If you have a pipe lit, I want to take a hit.
I'm not gonna light it right now.
Okay.
It's mostly just to have the matches and have an excuse for having matches.
Right.
And burning people alive. Okay.
Yeah.
So after like an hour,
I need
you've traveled through through Bögenhafen. You've passed town hall, which I think you visited at some point. You also went past, of course, Mourners Guild and Temple of Shalia, and even Physicians Guild. I know that Gustav went there. Eventually, you reached the Eisenbaumstrasse and you found Cadbury's. You entered the Cadbury's. It's full of people, mostly metal workers. Because of that, this whole place smells like almost every inn in the old world smells, better or worse, usually worse. But here it's not only food or what's that noise?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, it's the washing machine. I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh, no worries. Not only it doesn't only smells of food and strong drink and sweat. It also smells of metal, because metal workers they spend entire day in their workshops, and of course hot molten metal. It just the smell is permeates their clothing, their hair, their skin. You've only noticed this right now, Johannes and Gustav. This is just a small side tangent. And when you enter the place, you see Lambert and Gaston Leroux sitting at a table near one of the walls. Gaston is finishing a rather large wooden cup of wine, and Lambert is just he probably just looks around the place. Gaston and Lambert, you also see Gustav and Johannes enter the establishment. Gustav and Johannes, did you receive any wounds during the fight? Tell me.
Johan did. I don't think I did.
I think you did, Sean. I believe.
Oh yes, I am actually. I have 8 left out of 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like lumps on my head.
Yeah.
A
You
black eye.
you.
I'm missing my sash.
Yes, you're missing a sash, and Johannes clearly got beaten up. Lambert and Gaston, you see that? Oh, by the way, guys, the Conrad fella mentioned Jochen Hagen. Hagen is one of the heads. Is a head of one of Bögenhafen's biggest merchant families. So, what are you going to do right now? Now that you see each other.
I go over. I wave for one of the boys to bring me something to drink, and I go sit down over
Sure.
next to Lambert.
Sure. Lambert, Gaston, Johannes sits right next to you. Gustav, what about you?
I take my hat off and I sit next to Gaston. I said, "We're glad to see you."
Mm-hmm.
What happened in the forest?
Well, it turns out like my services weren't needed, so here I am. It looks like it's a good thing I'm back. What the hell happened to you over there?
Oh, some guys tried to strong arm us, and we turned. I should say not we, but Gustav turned the tables on them, and we got a little bit of information out of them before having to skedaddle.
Well, do I need to go back over there and kill him?
Well, we might need you to rearrange, do some creative dentistry on a couple of them, but
But can I kill them?
One of them.
One. Well, I was gonna say, I feel like we don't want to kill them all. We just want to kill a couple to get our point across.
All right.
I'm afraid my contradictions came to a head today.
Yeah, you need to work on that, Gustav. Maybe you need to spend some time in meditative contemplation, with at the shrine of Shalia.
Yeah, I think I've got some soul searching to do.
Or
I'm back. Jesus Christ.
Everything fine?
No, I gotta pee every like 20 minutes.
Oh, right. Well, Lambert, Gustav and Johannes returned, and you can see that Johannes has been beaten up pretty badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lambert.
What happened here?
Well, we were just telling Gaston. So we were maybe abducted is too strong a word, but we were asked aggressively to accompany some gentlemen to the docks, where
Johannes? Does
Yeah?
Johannes need anything?
What
This
do you
doesn't
mean?
look good.
I'll be okay. I just put a stake on my eye. Anyway, so yeah, they tried to strong arm us, pump us for information. They were, essentially they were going to torture us. So Gustav turned the tables on them, and we got their leader, and we aggressively interrogated him, but ran out of time because the dock workers brought back the guard and the city watch, and so we didn't want to be there when they came in. And I messed up and let him know that the halflings were at Burst.
Got it. So you kind of fucked us. Or you fucked
Well,
them.
I mean, I was gonna say I fucked them. I didn't, us, who cares? but I will say that now I feel better now that Gaston's back, because these guys thought that they were hot shit, and Gustav took care of them. So I think they'll piss their britches when they see Gaston with us. So that's even
parade
better.
around our buddy Gas.
No, I'm not going to parade him around, but just the thing, he already asked. I told him he could kill one or two of them. He doesn't seem happy about that.
What
He
about
wanted
you
to kill
getting
them
beat
all.
up?
Yeah. Well, you tell him, Gaston.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm ready to kill some people. I mean, I was dragged all the way out on this expedition to kill some beastmen, and I was sent home. Well, not sent home, but sent
Everyone,
somewhere.
roll perception test, please. Gaston, Lambert, Johannes, Gustav. Eye perception, by the way. Nice.
Oh shit!
Hold on a second.
But I've got a stake on my face and I can't see anything.
Yeah, that fits.
What happened to my... Fuck. Where did it go?
You've passed Gustav?
I don't know. I can't see the chat window. I might have to back out, pull it back up.
Okay.
But I rolled. Did it show up?
Yeah,
in
57. Sure.
Okay, my intelligence is 63.
Okay, so everyone, besides Johannes, who's busy talking, you've noticed, in the corner of your eye, that a few people around you, as I mentioned before, this place is packed. They are looking strangely at you. Normal people, dock workers, metal workers, craftsmen, people like that. They, of course, when you look at them, they quickly turn their eyes away. but there is a chance that some of them maybe heard what you were discussing about, the killing part,
Killing
right?
people.
Yeah. Just so you know.
I mean, at this point, somebody's openly tried to, lead our boys off to death. I say we kind of lean into it.
Is Amos nearby?
No, Amos is behind the bar. Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go tell him to that we were nearly mugged outside, and that patrons should be careful.
All right, you approach the bar. Meanwhile, Johannes, your food and drink have arrived. It's this to you, and and a mug of beer. It's like 6 pennies total. Sorry, five pennies perhaps. One of Amos's boys brought it. Gustav, you approach the bar, and the man is very busy. He looks at you and he says that I'll be with you in a minute. Just need to pour those drinks, and he does indeed pour those drinks, and give those drinks to the patrons. After that, he stands in front of you and says, "Well, good sir, what can I get you? A beer? I want some wine, maybe. You can."
I just want to let you know that my friend Johannes and I were just mugged outside your establishment about an hour and a half ago by some dock workers.
Oh, right,
they led us to the docks.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
We got away.
You're fine, right? You're safe.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if there's. I'm not from here. I'm not sure if there's something with the dock workers and the metal workers going on. But I just want to let you know.
The dock workers, they don't really hang around my establishment. It's too far away from the docks. Mostly metal workers come here, as you can clearly see and probably smell. So that was quite strange. I've heard from some patrons that indeed 2 of the people were escorted away by a bunch of stevedores. Sorry that this happened to you, but and he looks at you because he doesn't know you. But perhaps, I don't know what their business was, and he says that in a tone that clearly suggests that perhaps this is something to do with some illegal stuff, perhaps. Like, he's not saying that you're a criminal, but he doesn't know if you don't have any kind of beef with them, or I'll tell my boys to be on the lookout if they will return.
All they got from me was my Order of the Bleeding Heart sash, but that's it. But my friend Johannes got a few lumps on the head, though.
I see. Well, good thing that there are Shalians nearby. Your friend can always visit them, perhaps. We sadly don't have a healer here.
Oh, but you do. I put my hand over my heart.
Well, that's actually good. So you can always help your friend then, right?
Yeah. Just
right.
Saying we got away relatively unscathed.
Yeah, that's good to hear. He says, with this polite smile of, why are we still talking?
Out of character, I'm just trying to establish like a narrative. You know what I mean? Like that it's supported by what people have seen. Yeah,
no worries. Sure. Anyway, if that's all, good sir, I need to return to my duties. But
no problem.
But yes, well, may Shalia watch over you and your friend. If you're Bretonnian, I see that. I saw that your Bretonnian companion returned. Of course, if he wants to stay at your room, then he'll have to pay additional fee, obviously.
Sure, I'll cover his fee. He's gonna be working for us tonight, I think.
Very well. And he tells you that the fee itself, it will be like he's going to tell you how much it will cost. I don't remember exactly the suggestions for a single night at the inn, but I'll take a quick look. Oh yeah, here it is. Sorry. think it will be like 2 silver per person. Actually, sorry, he's a Bretonian knight, so Amos says 4 silver. It's Gustav.
silver?
It's
Okay.
clear that he's charging him more than you or Lambert or Johannes. You guess probably because of his social status, right?
Right.
It's nothing uncommon, honestly, in the old world. Like it's completely normal. Of course, you can.
Well, he's going to be expecting that 5-star treatment.
Yeah.
So.
Naturally, a good sir. Of course, our establishment is. I think that you've discovered yourself that it's a pretty high standard. He says.
Yeah, I'm a stakeholder in a hotel back in Altdorf, and I have to say this place is outstanding.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. He says. Now I'm sorry, but I really need to return to work.
Oh, of course. I go back to the table.
As he comes back to the table, I want to say it loudly enough that like the 2 tables next to us can kind of hear. I think it'll do better if we just get that kind of word out of like, buddy, I don't know what happened earlier. I don't know why you guys got let off like that. Necessarily besides our business issues, but Gaston here and I have no qualms about killing sneaky fucks that try this kind of shit. And I just pull my pistol out.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Well, there you go with your damn bullets again. Bitch.
Death is death, man. You deal it with a sword, I deal it while running away.
A lot of people in this common room suddenly go very quiet when they look at you, and many of them get up, from their tables with their drinks and food, and they simply move away from you. So, like, you have 2, 3, maybe 5 tables that are completely free between you.
I want to put my hand over the gun. Put it away, man.
And the rest of the establishment. And by the way, Gustav, when you were returning when this happened, so I would say that maybe you took a very quick glance towards Amos, and you can see that he went kind of white on his face. And lots of people here actually do look afraid when Lambert, said what he said when he put the gun on the table. Remember, this is not a place that is frequented by watch or warriors or mercenaries or criminal-looking types. These are artisans.
The word will spread.
Artisans, craftsmen, but by all means normal, hard-working people. Sure, some of them maybe have a cudgel at their belt or a dagger or a knife, but that's it. Yeah. So that happened. This happened, sir.
So that happened.
Yeah.
I take the raw meat away from my eye.
All right.
Okay. Oh, hey. I thank you. Yeah, I know I can always count on you, Lambert, and Gaston as well. You gentlemen are great friends. But perhaps our conversation should go to gentler things for the time being.
That's fair.
Remember,
So,
remember about the plan that you had. Matchwike asks you to get some dirt on the Rook brother fellow, the one who visited the Stevedores Guild, and also on the Steinhager. And Elise told you that Steinhager is courting her. I think she told you that.
Or
And-
had or something had happened.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, you guys were out getting your ass beat when this happened. So, and I produce the piece of parchment signed by the guildmaster. It's like, I got this affidavit. That should do for some good leverage.
Oh yeah. So wait. So did you actually witness him having an affair? What's going on here?
No, I witnessed him trying to strike a deal with a guild that's not patroned by his father, by his father's house, which is some pretty heinous shit when you talk about like business deals.
Yeah.
He's trying to undercut his own old man.
I grabbed the paper out of your hands and start reading it.
Tell me, Michael, what is written there exactly? Like just what you said right now?
It is. Yeah, it's an account from the guildmaster that I snuck into the house of to witness this meeting. Alleging or stating his fact that he had this meeting with I can't remember anybody's name. German names are weird. His meeting with this person, and what the meeting was about, and how he turned him down, and also how this is pretty ballsy and bold of him to try to do, even though his family's business ties are tied up with other guilds. Specifically, this was the warehousing guild, I believe, and he was trying to finagle a deal with them to undercut his father, who has a lot of deals with the stevedores.
How did you get this?
I'm not going to pull the gun out again, but it played a part.
I raised my glass.
I broke into a house and I snuck around and I listened to some people talking, and then I held a gun at one of those people that was talking and struck a deal and paid a pretty penny to have them write this up for me and get it signed in a way that you can't really... They will have to fight it in court of some way.
Okay. So
Well
we were
done.
supposed to find out information about Steinhager as well, right?
Yes.
So did we find out that Conrad worked for Steinhager?
No, Conrad worked for Hagen, not Steinhager,
Hagen.
but Hagen,
Yeah,
like
Hagen.
Hagen.
Yeah, Hagen-Dazs.
Hagen-Dazs, yeah,
got it.
yeah. It's a like Dutch sounding name, so you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. No, one of those Marian Lander. All right. Okay. And if I recall correctly, we found out from Elize where
Sorry, because very quickly, just let me clarify something. I'm not sure, Michael, if you mentioned that. From what you've gathered, Gosbert Rookbrother...
Hold on. Hold on. 1 sec.
Okay.
Hey, can you hold for a sec? All right, go.
Yeah, Gosbert Rookbrother approached the Stevedores Guild in order to expand his family operation and probably, prove himself to his father. But the
Right.
problem here is that if it became known that Gosbert was meeting with the Stevedores, the Teamsters would explode.
That was it.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, sure. That's why I'm reminding everyone because the Teamsters are they are pretty close with Rook Brothers, right? That's I think you've passed your gossip test. Rook Brothers they mainly deal in grain and other farm produce, and they have a long-standing partnership with the Teamsters Guild because of the overland routes to Hamgard and Bretonia itself. So yeah, that if that would be public, that Gosbert Rookbrother is trying to fuck the Teamsters by going to the Stevedores, there would be blood, or maybe not, figuratively, but still, but probably figuratively as well. So that's the problem, and that is what you have in your document, Lambert. Yeah. So now, Sean, sorry, return. Now you. Yeah.
So if I recall correctly, so Hagen is somebody new to us.
Well, Hagen is
For
one
some
of the Hagen families is also one of the ruling families of Bögenhafen. They
Right, but I mean, in this scenario,
yes, but
they weren't on our radar.
no, the
specifically.
halflings
Yeah.
didn't told you that you need to find some kind of dirt on the Hagens, only on Rook brothers and Steinhagers.
Okay.
There are three main merchant families in Bögenhafen: the Hagens, the Rook brothers, and the Steinhagers. And also there are, of course, smaller families like Magirius, like the Magirius family. Elisee Magirius is a member of this bloodline, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So, and my recollection was Steinhager was out of town for something, but that he was coming back tonight.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
And that we found out where he lives from Elisee.
Yes.
Is
yes. You know where to. Yes. So probably, following him like you followed Rook brother, it would have to happen next day, early morning.
Okay.
Because
Well,
remember,
then
you are on the clock because the city council will gather soon, and the halflings want all the dirt that they can get before this meeting, this gathering, right?
And actually, so that's the other thing. So were we supposed to go and see them this evening with the information? Or
No,
was it in a
no.
couple
You
days?
were to meet them after you got the dirt on both families.
Okay.
You wanted to see them
alright.
today because of this
Right.
whole Conrad thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so can I retroactively say that it's or well, I guess I fucked it up, but I feel like I would have said the dock workers and that the Hagen family were coming after them, but it's okay if I, since I didn't remember that at
No
the
worries.
time, that
Sure,
it didn't happen.
sure. We can say that.
Just to give them give the Green Thistles more information if that guy chooses to share that with them.
No worries, of course. Brian, you want to say something?
Yeah, so it sounds like the next order of business is to go to Steinbrugger's address tomorrow and see what information we can get. Following him, breaking him, whatever.
You don't know
I'm
where.
speaking quietly when I say this.
Yeah. You don't know where his offices are. Remember, you would need to ask around. By the way, Gustav, as you are listening to all of this, do you say anything or just absorbing the information? Sorry, Gaston, not Gustav. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm trying out of character and in character. I'm trying to catch up.
Okay,
so.
sure. No worries. Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gustav, please continue.
For Gaston, I think, whatever your going rate for such a thing is, we would really appreciate your being a bodyguard for us tonight, because we pissed some people off.
This one's on the house. Don't worry about it.
Oh damn.
Well, next round is on me to celebrate Lambert's victory tonight.
Sounds good. I'll have two.
So we're getting drunk beforehand.
Not drunk, but I mean maybe a little buzzed.
It's all right.
I'm not getting sloppy. I'll have maybe 3 drinks total.
Okay.
We have to start making drinking tests.
So we have the guy's home address, though, so we can go early in the morning and follow him to an office of some sort, or wherever he goes.
Well, just like what you did with Rook Brother, really. That's how That's how Lambert eventually managed to track him to the city part of town, and witness his meeting with the Stevedores guild master, right? Yeah. So I think that is also already rather late. I mean, it's probably late evening. Late afternoon, early evening. That said, you are all pretty tired. Gaston, you rode, long and hard to get here, and Lambert, Johannes, and Gustav, you had your adventures as well. You are also full of warm food and decent enough drink. Not to mention Johannes, of course, you got beaten up slightly. So when the adrenaline wears off, you feel tired, really tired. Do you want to do anything else today? It's not dark yet outside, but it's definitely getting gloomy.
I don't know if I still have the ability to be healed or not.
Yeah, I think I can heal you,
yeah.
right?
Gustav hasn't healed you yet. Of course, I presume that you're going to heal him in your common room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, Gaston, I don't think that Gustav told you about him buying you the room, right? Or Lambert?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So Gustav, I presume that you tell Gaston that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Gaston, you have a room upstairs. It's on me for helping us out tonight.
Well, thank you for that.
I mean, he shares a room with you, because that's yeah. If you want to get him a single room, it will cost you more. Just so you know. But I presume I presume that you want to have him in your room, like all four of you in a single room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for tonight that's a good idea.
Hey, what Amos asks is, for how long do you want to stay here? Because I also don't remember for how many nights have you rented the room.
I think it was for a week.
For a week. So remember also that in case of Gaston, you also need to pay in advance for a week. So for like what, 5 more days, 6 silver shillings per day. So 30 total, right?
Okay, I'll get that. Unless Lambert wants to get it out of or no, Johannes has the operational funds, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So
how much are we paying? I've just been taking it out of my personal
appreciation only goes so far.
pay. Yeah. So how much do we need to pay?
30 silver for Gaston.
30 silver. So that would be 1.5 crowns.
Probably.
Worth haggling right there.
1 1/3.
Like for a night, he's kind of bleeding us. For a week, it starts to add up.
I've got the conversions on my character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I think I tried to remember.
30 silver would be 1.5 crowns. Yep.
Yeah, 1.5 crowns.
Okay. So now I have 2 less crowns and 10 more shillings.
Perfect. Let's maybe take a few minutes break, okay? And we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Red. I'm back. Anybody else is?
Just me.
All right.
Oh. Ow. Fuck. Oh.
We're having a tantrum.
What's that?
We are having a tantrum.
Yeah. Sorry. It happens sometimes.
We're trying to
Haven't
keep
had
his toys in his room while it's nap time, and it's very hard to establish.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Duncan hadn't had too bad of tantrums yet.
How old
No,
is he?
he did. He's 2 and 2 months. He's 2 and 2 months. My bad. He's doing something that I'm pretty sure like he can tell we know it's bullshit, and we know it's bullshit, but we all find it pretty funny. We don't reward it necessarily, but what's happened is he does it less, but he will do it when just to lighten the mood. So he's reading the room pretty well. Of like, oh, we told him not to do something. He'll just walk over to the wall and like gently tap his head on the wall and be like, "Oh no!" It's just like
Yeah.
Yeah, we skipped the terrible twos. It seems like the tantrums didn't really start until 3, so maybe 3 and 3 months when it got pretty epic.
Yeah, he's pretty chill, honestly. He will have tantrums over some dumb shit though, but in his mind, he has no idea why it's so dumb. Of just like, Duncan, I would prefer it if you didn't chew on that fork, like your life was depending on it. Or, I don't think it's the best idea to try and throw your soccer ball through a window.
Has he ever had a tantrum where like he's trying to stand up an action figure a certain way and he won't stand up and he's like,
My son can't stand for anything that's erect more than 3 blocks high.
no, like
If
little,
anything is standing
little people
and it's
person
more
or
than 3
something.
blocks, he knocks it over. My son very much enjoys things being on a similar, flat, devastated plane. He has started wrestling, and that's just been great. We're just like, it's almost time for bed, and he hangs out with us in bed for a bit till he's almost there, and then we move him to his own bed.
Are you gonna put him in like a tumbling class or anything?
We have him currently. He's in some swim lessons with me.
Yeah.
Just to get him floating. He's doing pretty good in that. She takes him to this free tumbling class once every other week. If we paid for it, it would be like 3 times a week, but fuck that.
Oh, nice. Ours is like once a week, but it's like $70 a month.
Yeah,
It's
fuck
like
that.
it's a little less than 20 a session. That's the only one around here though. So
Yeah.
without driving 45 minutes anyway.
No, he's been doing pretty good. Mostly, we're just worried about him socializing, because
Same here.
his only interactions with other children are his cousin, my niece Moira, who is 5 years older than him, who he adores, and then our 2 neighbors' kids. So a kid that doesn't speak a lot of English, speaks mostly Japanese, and then the other kid that's a year older than him, and their version of playing is she just tells him what to do, and he doesn't.
Sounds like they're ready for marriage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I take him to the park and story time,
Same.
tumbling.
Oh,
And that's pretty much the
I
extent
have
of
him on weekends. I'm watching him on weekends, so I take him to the park. The
Yeah.
story time doesn't happen on the weekends. It's only during the week.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
she takes him to those.
We don't know anybody around here with like kids this age, so it's kind of hard, man. And like Raleigh's it's a city of like transplants from other cities, so nobody really bothers to like
Know
put
each
roots
other.
down and get to know people, like get to know their neighbors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a shitty place to raise a kid, I guess.
Like we have play dates with kids of similar ages. Like my friend Trevor's son Hugo is about 4 months younger than him, and they go play every now and then at the zoo. Or we take them over to Tuscaloosa to a friend of ours that has a 2-year-old girl. But I'd rather not have to drive, 40 minutes down the road to have a 3-hour play date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather, let me kidnap your kid for a week. I'll take care of you. It's fine. Just because we don't want he's set up to go into daycare in September. So I told you it would all hammer itself out by then. He's doing good word-wise. He knows all of his ABCs. He just doesn't pronounce them really well, but he knows them. And he knows them like by sight of the letter, just not just the song. And he can kind of he can count to 10 with no issue. He can kind of get to 20. He forgets 17 and 18 every now and then.
It's
So
better
we
than
get
me.
to 15, 16, 19, 20.
Are you on potty training?
Dude, it's a boy. He's not going to potty train until he's probably 3 years old. We've tried. There's no hope.
He's had a
He does not
few
get-
like successes, but he still goes in his diaper. We still need a diaper.
He doesn't
Yeah,
give a shit.
it takes a while. It's just.
I want to get him
yeah.
potty trained by the fall though, because
I was closer to 4. I was closer to 4 before they fully removed me off that, put me on the pull-ups. Which he bought pull-ups before he had turned 2, and I was like, "This is a mistake. These are so hard to change.
Yeah,
Not get poop
we did the same
on
thing.
you."
Oh well, he's 2 now. He can wear pull-ups. Like okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're not doing that. I'm gonna put these away.
They're also horrible for like overnight. Because they'll pee right through them 4 times over. Like,
Yeah.
like they'll wake up in a puddle of piss.
Well, they're not designed to be super absorbent necessarily. They're just designed to absorb the mistake.
We had a whole Costco-sized pack of fucking pull-ups like way before he was. So like I wanted to use them. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna grow out of that size too. But like,
Yeah, that's the issue I had. Is she went to Sam's and bought like a bulk box of pull-ups. And was like, what the fuck are we gonna use all these?
yeah, I just got through them ASAP, so
donated
like I
them.
wouldn't have to see him again for a while.
I just donated them to a diaper drive. I was like, I don't care. I know this costs probably like $50, but that's fine. I'll eat the loss.
Yeah, I'm learning that eventually you just kind of have to just accept the loss on some things every now and then with baby products.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys need anything, Andrew?
no, and I appreciate it, but Chase had
I'm not trying to like push shit on you. I'm just saying, like, is there anything you need? Just tell us. We've got plenty of shit.
Yeah, you know my friend Chase Arrington. He
Yeah,
gave
he
us
lives
like
in my neighborhood.
he gave us like everything, like you name it, he gave it to us. Like all the expensive like baby equipment, like strollers, like
Oh, okay.
what's that?
I thought you were talking about all
Mamaroo, like all
all
kinds
the-
of things.
Unnecessary baby equipment like the swing.
Right.
Or like
car
it's
seat.
useful for like a month or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my son never liked the swing.
Right. But I mean, like, he literally saved us like thousands of dollars. Like no joke.
Oh yeah,
with all the
no
stuff
shit.
he gave us. So like,
Yeah, the strollers and the car seats. Hell yeah, I totally understand that.
The most useless
Switch.
thing that they said that you're gonna need with a baby that I found you didn't need at all and just made things more difficult was a fucking boppy pillow. Did you guys get that?
yeah, we did.
No.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Like I felt like the kid's just gonna suffocate in it, so I
Right.
just never used
No,
it.
I tell you, the 2 best things that we ever got for him that we still use. They're still somewhat useful. Like I'm donating one of them was the like 9 foot by 9 foot pack and play was amazing.
Yeah. Is that the? It's like a hexagon or octagon or something.
Yeah. And
We had one of those.
We're giving that to a buddy of mine that's having twins in like a month. And then because they can use that kind of space, and then like just a cheap fucking fold up stroller.
Yeah, we have one of those too.
Like a little $30 cheap folding stroller. We
You had
have
to get
the nice stroller.
the extended
We still
handles,
use
as they're
it.
called, though.
Yeah, we have the nice stroller and we still use it. It's that cheap stroller is like, all right, we're going to the store, and I don't want to have you running around.
Yeah.
In this specific store.
Or if you have a doctor's appointment or something like that, and like the kid can't be running around, like you put him in the stroller and give him a watch Cocomelon on your phone or some shit for a minute. You know, like
I cannot stand Cocomelon. We do like
I fucking hate it, but
little baby bum and stuff like that.
It's
I like
like
LBB. Okay, he loves.
It's
tell
like
you what
medicine.
He loves.
Like there's a time and a place, and you prescribe it when like you absolutely need it. Like if you have a really messy diaper and he's trying to like smear it all over, just give him a Cocomelon for like a minute while you.
He loves Puffin Rock.
Oh yeah, we love Puffin Rock. Too.
I love Puffin Rock. Yeah.
Bernie the Hermit Crab.
The show's adorable.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Who else is on that?
Is he Baba? Anytime Baba's on the screen, Baba's on the screen.
Yeah. Baba Boo.
Baba. Yeah, Baba's the little one. Anytime Baba's on the screen, my son's losing his ever-loving mind.
Oh man, you guys need to go back to.
He's also started blowing kisses to everyone.
I mean, it could be worse.
Sending a lot of mixed signals to people, and I wish he wouldn't do that.
You need to get him on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh,
Right.
the Aquabat show.
Yeah,
we love the old episodes of that.
Yeah. Yo Gabba Gabba was like, I believe, partly produced by Aquabats.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's the guy, the lead singer of Aquabats. He's also Plex on Yo Gabba Gabba.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny because the Aquabats are basically like Yo Gabba Gabba characters anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it goes hand in hand.
So is Richard crawling around yet?
No, he's 4 months old.
I don't know these shit, man.
I mean, they say
everybody's having kids right now.
Right. I mean, they say most kids don't start doing that until like close to 8 months.
Yeah, he didn't. He rolled around and flopped like a little fat fish boy until he was about 8 months, and then he sort of waddled around a little bit, like flopping around, like pulling a fish out of water.
Yeah, from what I read, it seems like the crawling, like, turns to walking like very quickly. Like it seems like because it all happens like in the same span. It seems like
he never had a phase where he was sitting up. Like he had a phase where he was crawling around and then immediately was standing up and walking.
Right.
Within like a month. And now he has a phase where he just doesn't stop. So I give him up first thing in the morning. I feed him some eggs and some toast because it's all he wants to eat in the morning. And then we go to the park for 3 hours.
I'm jealous there, man.
I wear his ass out. I wear his ass out so that he takes a 2-hour nap at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh my god, I want to punch you in the face right now.
Yeah. Dude, and I'm the one that's like, I gotta go somewhere where I can sneak off and pee. And luckily there's a lot of like playgrounds around here that are fenced in. So you're
gonna become a sex offender. Keep on peeing in public.
On the list.
No. The one at the church next to us, they have a public bathroom. So
I mean, like it's actually like not a joke. Like you can, like it's the real.
Yeah, I'm not peeing in public. I'm peeing in public bathroom.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say I like going to parks where there's lots of bushes.
Right. Exactly. That's what it kind of sounded like we were going towards.
No. I mean, we all have a thing. Mine is if there's a waterfall, I want to climb to the top of it and pee into it, just so I know my pee's going to go as far as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ambition. Yeah, man. How's Kel doing?
It's good.
All right, good talk.
Sit down there with my sister right now. So, and then my other sister is about to show up because my older sister is about to leave. So,
I was gonna say, all your folks are pretty close by for you guys.
yeah. So Kelly's mom lives.
I mean, I can't say shit. My parents are like 30 minutes away, but that's
Yeah,
not what
no. You don't understand. Kelly's mom lives
Yeah.
2 minutes away.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I know their house is like right down the road.
Yeah. And
I think everybody loves Raymond or something.
almost not quite that, but yes, pretty much. And I mean, I love Kelly's mom. Like I love my mother-in-law. She's awesome. So like no issues.
I love spending time with my son, but these past 6 weeks have been absolute fucking hell. On a health side, on a health side, and just work and all this shit. And I'm so happy that my in-laws are coming back on Thursday, and we're just like, hey, when we get back, can you just like leave Duncan at the house and like don't come
That's
get
what
him
they had that. Get
for
in
a couple
bed.
of days? I was like, yeah, we can do that. We would totally do that. It's like we'll grab him for the Easter lunch, and then we'll just bring him right back.
I'm like,
Chi was saying, like, what do we do with our, free time now that my parents are back? I was like, I don't know. I guess we can just sit in silence. That sounds nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
Sit in silence, maybe watch something.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Not being able to literally like watch anything. Like you,
Well, I mean,
like okay, so when he was like the first maybe like 2 months of his life, yeah, you could watch TVs galore, like movies, TV shows, because he didn't do anything except like sleep and eat in your arms, you know. Now it's like you can't, you can't sit still with him at all.
For the first 4 months or so, even when he was starting to wiggle around a lot, we just put the pack and play up and put him in there with me. And I can watch TV and do other stuff. That's not really an issue. But man, I caught up on so much stuff just because he was a little potato and that was about it. But the moment he starts crawling around, it's like, all right, well, can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I haven't been able to do that for a while now because he just like he hates it if he's sitting still. Like, so I have to like pick him up and walk around or like do different things with him. So
I've watched every episode of Octonauts. I can probably recite some of them by heart. Creature report. Facts. Blue whales are the biggest in the sea.
Check. God damn it.
They're bigger than you and me. Sometimes blue whales make a lot of noise. They're just looking for their boys.
Does Duncan like Peppa Pig?
No, thank God.
Okay, yeah.
Peppa Pig is so fucking annoying. He
I
likes
always
Lucas the
like Peppa Pig,
Spider.
and I got it on Xbox, so we play it together.
He likes Lucas the Spider. Oh,
It's like Grand Theft Peppa Pig.
nice.
I got an emulator that I hooked up to the TV, and I'll play like classic platformers and stuff sometimes on there.
How did you do that? Because he likes when I play like old Mario games on my phone.
It's a Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
One of those, yeah, and I just download games onto it.
You built it?
Yeah.
Okay.
mostly I have it for like games that I don't want to go through the trouble of getting a Game Boy again to play. Like I really love it. Advance Wars is one of my favorite games of all time, and I don't want to go through the trouble of getting a Game Boy.
Can you buy them like that? Like already loaded up?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that's what you meant. I bought a Raspberry Pi that had they have a big list of games, and it was like $2 more to add each of these files. So I spent like $200 and got a Raspberry Pi with a bunch of stuff on it.
I'm here. Sorry, had to take care of some kid stuff.
Can you send me a link to it?
Yeah, I'll try and find it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, everyone's here.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So where did we end it? Oh yeah, I just want to ask if you guys want to do anything today, or are you waiting for tomorrow?
We were just drinking, and I was trying to get Gustav to heal me.
Okay, so Gustav, you can roll. You can take your time for a total of plus 30%. Yeah.
And I'm rolling against intelligence.
Yeah, heal is intelligence skill.
You said plus 30?
Plus 30 max if you want. Actually, no, sorry. You know what? Given what happened today, how tired you are, maybe only plus 15%.
Okay, I'll take my time to do the plus 15 then, and save a luck. Instead of buffing it, I'll save it to save from botching. Oh yeah, I forgot my character sheet doesn't work. Second. Intelligence 63.
Nice. You want to reroll that?
Oh no, that should.
Oh,
with the plus 15, that should pass.
oh,
right?
you have basic 63 intelligence, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So in that case, of course, yeah. So now roll. Sure. So now roll d10. 1d10. Johannes, you regain 3 hit points.
Sweet.
Gustav, you can heal him again next day.
Okay.
Also, remember to, remove bandage, a single bandage item from your inventory.
Okay.
You've cleaned his wounds as best as you could. You ordered some hot water with perhaps a bit of soap to your room. Cleaned the wounds, maybe applied some kind of a healing draught, or maybe just what's the word when you soak a piece of cloth in something and press it to
poultice.
Yeah, poultice, exactly.
Compress.
Yeah, compress, poultice, sure. Maybe maybe even just soaked some bandages in like a strong spirit to make sure that there won't be any infection. Johannes, you are mostly just very tired, but after Gustav yeah, but after Gustav took care of you, you feel slightly better. And tell me, guys, if I'm wrong, but you said that you want to drink more today, right? Or
just he was buying a round of drinks. And I just said I want 2, but
oh,
but as far as that goes, I'm ready for bed.
okay, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Lambert, Gaston, you too?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think I could probably go a little bit longer. Yeah.
No. I mean, we are playing normally. I'm just asking if in game today are you
okay.
are you going to bed?
Yeah, I'm going to bed. Fuck that.
Okay, yeah.
Been up too long.
So
we take
Needs his beauty rest.
Gustav, what was the question?
Should we take watches?
It's up to you guys. As I said, up to you.
I'm just gonna sleep.
Yeah.
It's an in, man. I'm good. I'm gonna trust in the strength of this door that we're just gonna jam shut.
Yeah, I mean, you have a key to the door and all, and you, as I've mentioned before, you have a feeling that Cadbury's is a pretty safe space. By that, of course, I mean that people here are no cutthroats or pickpockets or burglars. You don't really feel any negative vibes coming from the clientele, or even the neighborhood itself. The neighborhood, as I mentioned, it's of course, during the night, perhaps it's not the safest place, but then nowhere except the other ring is in Bögenhafen. But it's pretty chill, all things considered, of course.
Oh,
So
that's right. We did go to the Adel Ring. I remember now. we sort of like, what the hell are you guys doing in the Adel Ring?
yeah, because in in other ring, Rook Brother has his residence, and you guess that also Steinhager, he also probably has his residence there. However, you will need to ask people, because remember, you're not sure where Steinhager has actually lives, right? So. Okay.
Oh, I thought Elise told us where.
Really?
I think we
Okay.
have an
Actually-
express, but we don't know how to get there.
Okay. Yeah. So in that case, if Alize told you, then yeah, you know exactly where he is. It's actually in the same neighborhood as Rook Brothers' house in the other ring. Obviously, given that this is one of the three main families of Bögenhafen. You all go to sleep, and you sleep very soundly, very without like any problems or interruptions. You are just dead tired. Eventually, a new day comes. The weak sun penetrates dirty windows of Cadbury's. The light falls on your faces. First you squirm slightly, then you open your eyes. Johannes, add a single HP to your character sheet because you've rested in bed. So that's that.
Almost full.
Yeah. Of course, maybe the room is not as cozy and pleasant as the one in Shepherd's Wand, but it's serviceable enough. You get up, and what? Breakfast first, or are you immediately going to Steinhager's house?
No, I think we need a breakfast. I personally think so.
Mm-hmm.
What say you, gentlemen? Some sustenance for our adventures today?
I say a light breakfast.
The halfling can't go without a breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point, Gaston.
Mm-hmm. Halfling, what about you?
No. I mean, they were right. Why interrupt them?
Yeah. Okay. In that case, you go. You emerge from your room. The place is pretty packed right now, mostly by people who are ready to start their shifts. Now, again, without even rolling, you guys see that some of those people, you remember them from from last evening and even from like a few days before. You must remember their faces. Some of them look at you rather. It's not not with hostility, but with concern and perhaps fear, especially at you, Gaston, and at you, Lambert. But no one is saying anything to you, of course.
If I make eye contact with any of them, I'm going to smile at them.
They turn away from you when you do that. When you smile at them, they pretend that they didn't see you. You order breakfast. The breakfast is 4 pennies per person, and consists of pork.
I got it.
Mm-hmm. It consists of pork sausage with boiled onions, and a mug of very weak, thin ale. As I said, the food is serviceable enough. It's nothing to write home about, but at least it's not bad. Do you discuss anything at the breakfast table, or do you just eat in silence and then go out to head towards other ring?
I just eat my food.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, the atmosphere is not
Sorry,
great for a conversation right now.
come again, Brian. Can you repeat?
So the atmosphere is not great for conversation right now.
No.
So
All right. So silence it is, I guess. Right. After finishing.
Yeah, I mean,
your
I
meal-
would assume
Mhm.
I would assume that Gaston is used to people looking at him that way, so he probably doesn't think anything of it.
Yeah, it's pretty normal. I don't know about Lambert, of course, but it's For Gaston, this is nothing new. So after cleaning up out the last few drops of grease with your bread, you get up. You of course leave the dishes on the table because serving boys will take care of them. I mean Amos' sons, and you head out. The weather is windy, much more windy than yesterday. Sky of course is slightly overcast, but sometimes the sun peers through the clouds. Most people already, they wear much warmer clothing than back during the summer when you participated in that whole Crimson Shade business. You as well, I might add, probably. You're standing outside Cadbury's, and tell me, what is your game plan? Are you all going to Adder Ring, or maybe you want to split up? I don't know. It's up to you. Because just let me remind you about Adder Ring very quickly. The Adder Ring is a stretch of road that circles a central and attractive park. This neighborhood houses the wealthiest citizens, including all three of the great families. The Baron even owns a house here, Baron being the man who, at least on paper, rules Bögenhafen, but in reality he usually doesn't stay here. But he rarely stays in town, as I just said. The mansions are set in walled gardens around the north, south and west, while the east is held by smaller townhouses of the other wealthy citizens. Nearly all the houses have large stone posts at the gates displaying the symbols of the owning families. This place is usually quiet throughout the day or night, with only the occasional servant on an errand or passing carriage. The people here pay well to keep the riffraff out, and as such the watch patrols regularly. That's what you've also noticed, all of you except for Gaston because he wasn't here, is that during the day very few people actually are walking the streets of Adder Ring. And those people who are, let's just say, out of place really stick out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot what I said to them to get out of it the last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said I was meeting my girl here or something. Or was that something?
I think,
or was that a different time? I forget now. Anyway,
I think Gaston and Lambert could pull that off, but then that puts us back in the situation where we're split up and people are trying to kill us.
Well, actually, so I had a thought, and it does also entail splitting us up, but I thought that because Lambert and Gustav were on the sneakier side, that they could figure out, tail Einhager, find out where he's going, and then Johannes and Gaston could ask around for Hagen and settle this Conrad bitch's hash.
I have
if
a
you're so inclined, that is Gaston.
I have a bitch to burn, says Johannes.
Well, at this point, I don't care how he goes out, but he's on my shit list.
Ooh, watch out! We have a badass over here. Not just kidding, Sean.
I'm okay with that, but I would have let Lambert lead after yesterday.
Lead where? Talking?
What?
Docking? What?
What?
Talking.
No.
He was talking about me and you going to the Alden Ring, the Alden Circle, whatever.
And find some dirt on Steinhager, as Matchweekes ask you to do. You already have enough dirt on Rookbrother, probably.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. But you also need some shit on Steinhager. Then you bring all the intel to the halflings, and presto.
Angel presto.
Yeah. Or pesto.
Well,
so
I thought the general idea was that we figure out where he lives, or we know where he lives, and we tail him to his place of work, and then from there we figure out. And I just figured you guys are well, sneakier than Gaston, and probably sneakier than me. Better at blending in, because I always seem to be the one that gets approached and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I'm like, So I just figured I'd skip that part. Even though I've gotten accomplished at talking my way out of being arrested somehow.
I think Gaston would have just a natural reason to be in that part of town if he's nobility to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, even if they mess with him, they're not going to really mess with him the way they would us.
Well,
you know?
on what on what business? I guess we could be walking over to the Edelring as we discussed it.
He's certainly not sneaking in anywhere, but yeah.
No, well, that's why I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do this again.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll go together. We'll go together.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how we're going to do it all together, but I don't think we should split up. We've got enemies here now.
Okay. Well, anyway, all right. So let's head over to the Edelring and see if we can see what we can see.
Okay, so
if you want, me and Lambert can do the active whatever, and you and Gaston can post up somewhere just outside of the what is it? The Edelring?
Yeah.
the
We'll,
mhm.
yeah, we'll get a rat on a stick and wait for you. We'll wait for you outside the Edelring.
So, who's going there? Everyone?
We're
Yeah.
all going,
Guess so.
but I don't even know if I can ping anymore. But we're
yeah.
gonna what
Here?
is that? The shrine? Yeah. So we're going there. But what's number 18? Is that the shrine?
18 is Temple of Handrich, the god of commerce.
Yeah. So okay. So
Oh,
we're gonna
there you go.
we're gonna hang out in front of the god of commerce.
Remember that the scale
something.
is slightly off. It's like, it's a map from this this historical area where many things seem like they are close, but in reality, the distance between the Temple of Handrich and, for example, this house being here is rather significant. And besides, the entrances to the houses in Edelring are usually on the outside. Actually, sorry, on the inside, not the outside. So
Right. But so we were just trying to wait somewhere around there because that's the main exit.
It's hard to say. I mean, you also have an exit here, right?
Yeah. So
remember
picking,
also one.
So we gotta pick one.
Yeah. Also remember one thing: the Matchwi case. When you tailed Rook Brother, they told you. Mostly they told you about his schedule, right? When he starts work and stuff like that. But they didn't give you any info about Steinhager. You don't know at what time he leaves his house. You don't know where he goes or when he returns. So you are going
We know
there.
what business he's in, though, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you've passed all the gossip tests for every single large family in Bögenhafen. So let me quickly remind you, Steinhager, they dominate trade with outposts of the Grey Mountains, exchanging finished goods from Audorf, None, and Marienburg for metals and furs. And supposedly they have made a great deal of money supplying raw materials such as lead to the forges of None. They supposedly also maintain good relations with both the Stevedores Guild and the Teamsters Guild. Heinrich Steinhager is the head of the family. He took over 12 years ago after his brother Franz was murdered during the so-called Teugen affair, a topic best avoided with any member of the Steinhager family. The word on the street is that Heinrich has few scruples and is willing to do nearly anything to increase his family's fortunes. You've passed the gossip test. I recall that you did. So the three pieces of gossip regarding Steinhagers are: The Steinhagers know how to deal with dwarf folk. They do big business with the miners in the Grey Mountains. They make Bögenhafen great again. Just kidding, of course. Yes, this is big business, best business. This is probably the best business in the history of Bögenhafen. I hear tell that Heinrich Steinhager had a hand in his brother's death 12 years ago. They say a canon named Steinhager was forged now in honor of the amount of lead the family provided for the war. The, of course, so-called, storm of chaos. So yeah, that's what you know about Steinhagers. Like the gossip paints a picture. The collected gossip and info paints a picture of a very ruthless merchant family. One of the most powerful in Bögenhafen, and probably, in fact, in all of Reikland, without almost any scruples. So, how do you want to play this?
Just a thought to include all of us in this. What if we rented a carriage to drive us around for the day, and Gaston rode alongside it as like a yeah.
Well,
like they're less likely to. Hey, what are you doing here in this carriage?
well, will that draw more attention or less attention?
Probably more.
Yeah,
You think so?
Gustav.
I think it would draw more
You got a Bretonian knight parading a.
Whereas if
carriage
a fully armed Bretonian knight busts out of a carriage, that's
Everyone except for Gaston also please roll intelligence.
You know I'm gonna fail this.
No,
I say accept me. Oh, sorry.
no, without you, Gaston.
Yeah, okay. So
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Good idea.
I'm gonna use the luck.
Okay.
Oh, you fuck!
Okay, so Gustav and Sean, I want you to roleplay this right now. Gustav and Lambert, you know that putting Gaston in another ring is probably not a very good idea, mostly because, Bretonian or not, a heavily armored knight walking the streets and park of Adoring will almost certainly, it will be a few minutes before people call the guards. And remember, in many places in the Empire, the so-called better places like Adoring or remember the street in Naudorf where the Golden Triangle is located, like people heavily armed and armored, they make others nervous. It's like a lot of, for example, inns and taverns, they don't allow weapons inside. Of course, I'm talking about standard establishments, not some murder house, right? So a fully armored and armed Bretonian knight will bring unnecessary attention, and maybe they won't arrest him, of course, unless he's going to do something stupid. But the watch will ask him, "Hey, what are you doing here, right? And why are you walking with your sword with a full plate, with your sword, at your hip? Like, what's the deal?" However, Johannes, you had a botch. So for some reason, you think this is the best idea. That yes, Gaston should walk those streets. He should, have his sword at the ready, maybe even half drawn, like a warrior of legend.
Yes, that he should be mounted on his war stallion.
Yes.
And that we should all be behind him as his retainers.
Yes.
And we should make a show of force.
Yes,
Say,
absolutely.
I am here to treat with Herr Heinrich Steinhager. This is the best idea ever.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of it earlier?
Yeah.
Well, Gaston's an idiot, so he's like, "Oh yeah, okay." Yeah.
This is the best idea.
Let me show my might. Yeah.
I'm going to twirl this sword with my hand, like making the swoosh sounds.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. Johannes is saying that Gustav and Lambert. So yeah, and you can see, both of you can see that Johannes is dead serious about this. And Gaston, as you said, you probably love this idea because it makes you feel even more badass than you actually are, and you are pretty badass. So.
Look, don't you remember how the crowd reacted when Lambert drew his pistol in the
Oh,
tavern last night.
that's because they're peasants. They don't know any better. A true man of noble taste will recognize how great and what an honor it is to meet up with a noble knight of the realm.
There might be too much attention for what me and Lambert need to do there.
Well,
I was
no,
just
see,
thinking
that's
probably-
even better. We'll draw the attention away so you guys can do what you need to do. I'm telling you, this is genius. This is gold. We can do this.
Help me out, Lambert.
I've never been so certain about anything in my life.
Lambert is just sitting there all quiet.
Oh. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've already done my part. Like, I'm willing to see how this plays out.
In fact, I'm gonna hire a crier to announce us
Oh,
to the
God.
Idol Ring.
I love this one. I love it.
Hear ye, hear ye! I'll bow before the great Bretonian knight, Sir Gaston Leroux. I'll do it myself. I don't have to hire anybody.
I mean, you know, he's got a
Totally
point.
down.
Okay.
I'll buy a
You
go.
know, talking you out of this, so I guess me and Lambert should just take advantage of the distraction you're going to be providing.
Exactly.
All right.
I guess we're breaking in, man.
Wait, what?
So,
We got to find out where we're going first. Like,
I
Yeah,
mean,
we
But
know,
what the
at
fuck
least
is the
they told
point
us
of all the
that
pageantry in Hobaloo?
well, to-
look, you guys come in at the opposite end of the Elder Ring than us, then.
okay.
So we don't want to be seen with you and then questioned. And Lambert, I've seen you and Marla put together some disguises one time. Could you help me do that? 'Cause-
Yeah, I can do that for him.
No, for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I can do that for you.
Okay. All right, so I guess let's get moving then.
okay. So, Lambert, do you want to buy what? Do you have a disguise kit, or do you want to buy?
I do have a disguise kit.
Okay, so remember, if you want to use
I
it-
also have a
Mhm.
wardrobe with a bunch of different clothes. Now they're all halfling size, so whatever he's going out in is going to be a crop top.
But wait,
if he wants to go,
do you have these clothes with you, or do you have them in Outdorf?
no, they're all in the inn. Oh no, they're in outdoor. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought the disguise kit is like makeup and like.
No, disguise kit is
Yeah,
makeup, but the clothes, like, I don't think he has a wardrobe full of clothes with him. That would be
Yeah,
weird.
you'll have to buy some clothes.
So we have to
Yeah,
buy a
let's do that
turnip
real
to
quick.
turn into your nose, and
Okay, so if you want to use a disguise kit on him, Lambert, you need to probably do it somewhere private, like in your room. Of course, you can do this on the street, but that's
We'll
weird.
stop along the way and pick up some clothes for him.
All right. So you just
What is he trying to disguise himself as?
Anything else? Or somebody that like what's our backstory for being there if we get caught?
I mean, remember.
Well, I mean, like,
Mhm.
if we wanted to disguise you as something opposite of you, you'd still have to play the character. So I can't just
Right.
be like, oh, here we're going to disguise you as a war profiteer. Like, that's not going to work out well.
Let's
But
discuss this now. Like, what's the backstory?
it's easier to do something that's adjacent to what you already do. You don't have to lie hardly at all. So if I were to disguise myself, I would disguise myself as a merchant. I'm not a merchant, but I'm charismatic as fuck. So what? You're already a priest of Shalea?
I'm a physician.
Okay. Well, you're a physician. Could we go instead to the side of that and say that you are a scholar?
Sure. What's our story
All
for
right.
being? Are we meeting
Why
somebody?
are you a scholar going to visit this person?
Are we saying who we're visiting, or are we making a person up?
Are we just making a person up?
Yeah, just in case we get stopped, so we're not like looking.
This
at
is
each
your
other.
rodeo. I'm just the makeup artist.
Yeah, so we'll make a person up.
do you need makeup for that for?
Well, maybe he's flamboyant. I don't know.
Remember, I just cut a guy's fucking ear off.
Yeah.
I want to look like anybody else right now. I don't think you get that part of it.
Oh! Just like in the middle of the street. Oh! It finally clicked! Oh! Oh, you're just trying to hide! Oh, okay. Yeah, we can totally do that.
Yeah, why don't you yell a little louder, will ya? You know, you hear someone.
I'll be sure to do that!
Shut the fuck up! Someone
Yeah,
else
exactly.
is crying. Goddamn
Welcome
halfling!
to America.
Sorry, Sigmar, damn halflings, always fucking yelling.
Oh man, I'm gonna poison that guy's pie. Alright, let's go grab you some clothes, make you look like a scholar. You're not gonna want to look too fancy. You're not gonna want to look like you're penniless. So we'll probably spend about a crown on some nice studious wear, and you can keep all your shit on you. I don't think that'll really be an issue. A scholar traveling with a knife or a cudgel isn't unheard of. And yeah, we'll just do a disguise after that. So we'll go buy him some clothes.
Mm-hmm. What kind of clothes exactly?
Probably
Best quality.
probably well, best quality implies that you have the money. A scholar doesn't always have money. A scholar just means you know a lot. You probably spend a lot of money on books and shit. You're not really worried about your appearance as much. So let's say good quality formal wear
Mm-hmm.
for the university.
A single set, yes, probably.
Single set.
Okay.
Wearing a cap and gown.
Does Bögenhafen have like colors?
Yeah, they have colors for their watch. It's white and purple, the most expensive.
I wouldn't
dye.
say Bögenhafen scholar. It's much easier to hide yourself if you're a scholar from out of town. So if you want to do Altdorf, that's easier. Blue's not expensive, and hell, we can dye red with the guy's ear that you cut off.
You can keep it.
Probably. Okay, let me quickly see.
I'm just saying, red and blue are cheap.
Yeah.
You can find blue in a lot of places, and you can find red in a lot of places. It's not hard to dye shit with those colors.
I suggest drab, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'd say less flashy is better.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to stick out in the crowd. You just want to be known as somebody in the crowd.
So you want to buy good quality clothing, yes?
Good quality clothing.
Okay, so it will be
Just the-
4 gold crowns in that case. For
That's
a set.
fine.
Mhm.
Sure. I'll take it out of my personal funds because he's letting me play dress up with him.
Okay, 4 crowns
So,
it is.
yeah,
Mhm.
I pay 4 crowns flat, and best quality shoes.
Best quality shoes. All right. So
Best quality shoes. He's a scholar. He is traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Get the makeover here.
So I would say if you want to buy best quality shoes, then the shoes will be, they will have like metal under their heels.
Yeah, hobnails short.
Yeah, so it will be 35 gold crowns.
It's 35 gold crowns
Yeah.
for best quality shoes.
Yes.
Fuck that. All right, you're getting regular quality shoes. I love you, but you're not that. You're not.
I mean,
35 gold
funnily
crowns.
enough, it's normal quality, but if you want the best quality shoes, like those shoes that I mentioned, you'll probably need to pay about 100 gold crowns.
Like some Jordans.
Yeah.
I don't. We're making a character, okay? You're gonna hang this up in the closet. If you want to add it to this character later, you can.
If you want
I'm
to,
just giving you.
sorry.
I'm just giving him the.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm interrupting. Sorry.
I'm just saying, if he wants to bring this character out for another reason at some point, that's all I do. That's the whole point of my whole fucking wardrobe is I'm gonna change who I am for a bit.
Sure.
Like we don't just like buy clothes to have a disguise and a twirly mustache for a week. This is a guy who's probably gonna live.
If you want to, in that case, if you want to buy shoes that that scream quality, stuff like that, then probably you would either be buying high shoes for 9 gold crowns approximately, or riding shoes for 4 gold crowns.
God. You pony up for the shoes.
How much did you say? 9?
9 for
9 or 4?
9 for high shoes, for high boots, and 4 for riding boots, for riding shoes, riding boots. Sorry.
High boots.
Okay, in that case, 9 gold crowns.
Yeah, I was gonna say my purse is getting a little light.
The reinforced metal boots that I mentioned before, they are usually worn by by human soldiers, and yeah, I mean,
He ain't that.
yeah, they are of course good quality, and they need to be for the soldiers to use them during their long marches, and many engagements. But because of that, of course, they are well, they are much more expensive than your standard footwear, right?
I would say 35 gold crown boots would be for like the kind of soldiers that aren't state troops. Because I could guarantee that like you're not outfitting your basic bitch infantry.
No, probably they are
Yes.
probably for great swords or perhaps pistoliers.
Yeah, I was gonna say your basic bitch troops are getting paper.
Yeah. If you even look at the state troop minis, like most of them have those very
Swear
small,
shoes.
thin shoes, and there
Yeah.
are few of them who don't even have shoes. Like they go barefoot
Yeah.
into battle.
At least they're not Bretonian peasants.
Yeah, or Bretonian peasants. Bretonian peasants would probably wear. It's in Polish. It's called onuca.
Sack.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
sack that you tie around your.
yes, it's like a few. I think it's what.
Robo
foot
voice.
wrap. Foot wrap. It's called.
Putties.
Yeah.
Anyways, I will work my magic with my disguise kit in the room of the inn.
Mm-hmm. So first of all, you spend.
Or
tell
actually,
me-
no. That would lead people there to believe that you are in disguise. We'll do this at an out of the way corner where I can keep you hidden. That way, if you do show up at the inn in this disguise, you can keep on this disguise and keep on the pseudonym while you're there.
Okay, so first of all, tell me at what time did you got out of bed, and at what time did you left Cadbury's? The hour, I mean, approximately.
Well, I have no idea.
Well,
We probably would have been up early because we're trying to catch this guy leaving his house. So
But
I
how
would
early?
say
Probably got out of bed about 6.
Yeah, I would say 6 a.m. is probably.
6 a.m. Okay, so let's say an hour before you finished your breakfast and got did all the usual morning stuff like taking a huge dump, stuff like that. Then
Yeah.
probably I would say less than an hour for finding the clothes, shoes, stuff like that again. And if you want to apply makeup to him, Michael, then I will need you to roll, of course, which
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll give you
I've got
plus
disguise.
20% to your test.
What do you?
Nice. So not
I'm going to
only
use my
Mhm.
my mirror in my barber surgeon kit to squint my eye, maybe like stick my jaw out a little bit, trying to just change little subtleties in my face. You know what I mean?
yeah.
While he's doing this.
The less you have to change, the easier it is to maintain the character.
Okay, noted.
All right. Yeah. So you go this.
You don't even really need to change your voice. You're already
Okay.
from out of town. They can tell you're from out of town. You're dressed like you're from out of town. Just lean into the fact I'm from out of town. I'm a scholar from Altdorf for medicine.
Are we going door to door? Or are we there to see somebody specific?
No, this is if somebody is asking you questions, your answer is, "Oh, I'm Hinkle Hammerfart, and I'm from douchebag plots in Altdorf, and yeah.
I think next time you guys should stay up a little bit late to figure all this out before.
Dude, I don't know. Like, you Longshank fucks in the Empire can't name shit. Like Sigmar, that's a cool name. We get that. You got a couple of cool ones out there. Ulrich, that's a rad name. That's a really cool name. Kind of scary. But like, Tall, you have a god named Tall? Is he a very tall guy? Who knows? It's kind of on the fucking nose. Oh, what's this guy's name? Adalbert Himmelbackerberg? Did his mom have a stroke while she was giving birth? Jesus.
Jesus? Who's Jesus?
I don't know. Some Italian guy.
Okay. All right. All right. that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, you.
I mean, you take it back to the mood. Take it back to the mood. Yes, I get it. We have weird last names. It's always some sort of food or wood or some bullshit.
Dingleberry.
Dinkleberry, sure. Have you had a Dinkleberry? They're fucking delicious. But our first names always make sense. They're always short. Like, hey, my name is Will, and I don't have to go any further than that. You know who I am, and it's short and sweet. Nobody's gonna forget Will. Hi, my name is Will Dinkleberry. Sure, they might make fun of my last name, but they all remember Will. They're not gonna remember my name is Gustav Van Heck. What the fuck is that? Keep it simple, keep it moot, alright? You're in the Empire, keep it complicated as fuck, and as long as you can remember it, I think it's fine. Sorry.
Gustav Tinkleberry, okay.
I've been dealing with you guys for a long time. I just had to let off a little bit of steam.
Alright. All right, let's go. I need to proclaim Gaston is coming to Edelring. Let's go.
Gaston supremacy. All right. So after you applied makeup to Gustav von Heck, in a probably some kind of a dingy side alley or somewhere, you see that he does indeed look slightly. He looks completely different than his old usual self, also because of the clothing that he has. Gustav add good quality clothing and high boots to your character sheet, so you don't forget.
What were the colors of the clothing? Blue, white?
Blue, I would say. Red is actually a rare dye, mostly because it's hard to procure. Blue and brown.
Okay.
The clothing feels very nice, actually. It's obviously of higher quality than you are probably used to normally, so there's that. All of you walk through the streets, walk through the streets of Bögenhafen during this early morning, windy early morning. You eventually reach Nunnerweg. You move past Temple of Rurik and Temple to Myrmidia, two vastly different deities. In front of you, you can see the very well kept and, of course, walled off buildings of Edelring. You move to the place of real power here in Bögenhafen. The seat of the ruling families, Steinhagers, Rook brothers, and Hagens themselves. And so tell me, Johannes and Gaston, you enter from one direction and Gustav and Lambert from another direction. Is that the plan?
Yeah, so my plan still is to go in through the side next to the Heinrich.
So
in proximity, yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you and Gaston go here, and Gustav and Lambert, I presume that you go through here. I'm pinging on the map.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you split your ways. You probably say good luck to each other and stuff like that. And remember, you this area is rather large, so you won't be able to see The two groups won't be able to see each other, just so you are clear. We are clear on
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Okay.
It's ironic that we had all this thing about not splitting up to split up.
Mm,
And we're also going with what we out of character know is a horrible idea.
yeah. So let's start with Johannes and Gaston. Gaston, by the way, are you on your horse? Or are you walking?
Might as well be.
Okay, so you are
I
riding
was
on
gonna
your
say
horse.
only peasants walk.
Yeah. So you're riding on your horse, and Johannes is, walking right next to you. You have your, of course, Gaston, you have your armor on you, the sword strapped to your hip. So you look every inch the heroic Bretonnian knight from Bretonnian chansons, which are songs in French, of course. You enter Eidolring. Right to your left, and actually to your left and in front, you see, of course, the wonderful and very well kept park. It's obvious that the town council or the ruling families don't they spend a lot of gold to maintain this place, to maintain this location, and it shows. So tell me, Johannes, what are you going to do right now?
Well, I'm going to make a beeline for the Steinhager residence, and if there's any people in our way, I'm going to say, "Aside, peasant."
Let me quickly see if there are indeed any people. Actually, you know what? You're going to roll this, Sean.
Okay.
And this will be a very simple roll because you're going to roll 50-50 on a D100. So tell me,
Okay.
do you want 50 to be to find someone, or or 5100? It's up to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I prefer not to come across somebody, so I'm gonna say that 1 through 50 is there's somebody there, and 51 100 there's nobody there.
Okay, so roll D100. You are in luck. Given
Nobody's there.
Sorry, what?
Said nobody's there.
Yeah, given the very early hour and the fact that most people living in this place, they are extremely wealthy and probably can afford to stay in bed longer. You and Gaston, you travel the Eidolring without any interruptions. You don't see practically anyone. Maybe someone in the distance, very far away. Maybe there's like a servant moving behind one of the gates of nearby houses, but there's no one on the streets except for you. There are no patrols, nothing. You are. It feels like that you're practically alone here. Eventually, you reach the residence of the Steinhager family. At the same time, Lambert and Gustav, what is your plan?
I guess we're going in the opposite direction to get an initial read on the place.
But you also want to approach Steinhager house and observe, right?
Yeah, we need to see if somebody leaves, or I'm not even sure what we're here to find.
Well, you
Maybe
hear
somebody leaving, and
you're here.
Yeah.
What Match Wiki said, that you need to find some kind of dirt on Heinrich Steinhager. So that means you will need to probably tail him, like you did with Rookbrother the previous day, and see where he goes, what he does, and maybe find something on him, right?
I tell Lambert I think breaking in is a tremendous risk, and we're not sure we're going to find anything. So I think tailing him is probably the best option.
Which house is theirs?
Doesn't really matter. Somewhere in Eidolring, like
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know where it is.
yeah, you know
Can
where
I
it is.
do a quick Can I do a quick perception of the house as we can see it from the road? I know they're all walled off.
Okay.
I just want to get an idea of the security.
Okay, so yeah, you're coming from the other side, from the side opposite to the one that Johannes and Gaston approach from. Okay, in that case, roll me perception test, basic.
Thank you.
Well, as you move closer to the Steinhager residence, you can see that, of course, it is it is a couple stories high, completely made from stone. Obviously, no wood here. It's covered by a high wall, and inside there are trees planted on the residence grounds. A single gate leads inside with this stone post displaying Steinhager's coat of arms. And Steinhager's coat of arms is let me tell you, it's like a barrel, a keg, with the letter S, presented on it, right? You don't see any guards, at least from where you are right now. That said, there is like this guard room built into the wall. As you approach it, you also see nearby Johannes and Gaston, because they are not hiding in any way. They are just out and proud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Gaston and Johannes, you see your comrades approaching from the other side. I mean, of course, there's a distance between you, like you're not close to each other, but right now there are only 4 of you on the street here, just so we are clear.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything suspicious. We're just walking the street.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand and gawk at them like a normal pedestrian would,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
because we're not with them, and yeah.
Fortunately for all of you, you have a feeling that no one is right now watching you. Like I said, probably people living here are still either in beds or maybe eating,
I am putting
large
on the
breakfast.
performance. Somebody genuinely surprised to see a knight.
All right, yeah, you see that Lambert is in shock seeing Gaston and Johannes.
Holy.
Whoa!
Now there's really no cover or anything on this street, right?
No. It's a very wide, cobbled, extremely well maintained street. There are of course lamps that are right now, they're not lit. Like this place, it's also, for old world standards, it's also relatively clean. There's no detritus anywhere. The gutters are not overflowing. There are no rotten vegetables or feces lining the sides. No rats as well, or mangy dogs. No beggars, of course. So yeah, it's like you're in a completely different world than your usual one. And you feel, and I want to emphasize this, you all feel rather strange because of that. Even you, Gaston, because remember, even though you're from nobility, it's been some time since you were like, since you've been in your family's castle, in your father's estates. You spend a lot of time on the road. You spend a lot of time in Outdorf, in the more seedier parts of the city. So this feels kind of strange. You also have a feeling that each moment you spend here in the open is
we gotta keep
probably
walking.
asking for trouble, or at least, for getting unnecessary attention. Like you feel very exposed. Each and every single one of you.
For me.
Yeah, of course.
I
I'm here
suggest
on
Lambert and I
business.
keep walking.
All right, you keep walking. Lambert, what about you?
I know this feeling from when we were pretending to be who we weren't, going into the
Golden Triangle.
Golden Triangle. This isn't necessarily exposed and in danger. This is a wide open space that is so well maintained that people usually have security here. So I'm going to keep walking as if it's the nonchalant thing I'm used to.
Mm-hmm. All right. Johannes and Gaston, what about you guys? What are you doing? Because I presume that you are standing right now in front of Steinhager's house.
Yeah. I am using whatever means they have to ring the doorbell, as it were.
All right.
And be like,
Well, I mean, there is this like maybe a chain built into the wall with a handle that you can pull. So when you approach it and you pull the the chain, there's this ding dong.
Yeah. Yep.
And a small window in the wall opens. It's actually pretty cleverly concealed, and you can see a suspicious face looking at you from the inside, and a man's face, and you hear, "Yes, what is it? Who are you?"
Good morning, good man. I am a representative of Sir Gaston Leroux here, and we are here to conduct business with your master, Heinrich Steinhager.
Where?
Oh. Okay.
Okay. He looks at you. He's like, "Huh? Did you
Run
have?
along and tell your master that we're here."
Did you have a scheduled meeting, sir?
Sir Leroux does not need a scheduled meeting.
He's
here on important business.
Sir Leroux the Mighty. Okay.
Is this a joke?
Me and Lance hear this?
No, you've moved past them. But actually, you know what? If you roll minus 20% perception, I will let you.
Wait. It's like a chance to just defense.
Roll minus 20 if you want.
Okay.
Same with you, Lambert. No, I don't
No,
think
I
I don't
don't.
think you passed.
What am I rolling for?
If you want, you can roll minus 20% perception test to hear what Johannes is saying.
Yeah, if you could hear.
You hear what he is saying. You hear what he is saying, Lambert. That they had scheduled meeting with Steinhager. The servant.
Whoa.
No, only
I don't
Lambert.
say scheduled. I said that I don't need a scheduled day.
Oh yeah. Sorry. That's.
So run along, peasant, and inform your master that we are here to do business with him.
First of all, I am no peasant, sir, and you are being extremely rude. Second of all, is this some kind of an elaborate joke? Are you two a pair of perhaps jesters?
Please don't make Sir Leroux wait. He gets very angry when he has to wait.
I don't care what makes Sir Leroux angry when he has to wait. Alright? Now, begone from here, scum, or I will call the guards.
Please do call the guards. They will acknowledge the authority and superiority of
He
my,
closes the window in the middle of your speech, like slam.
Hey, I'm shocked, Gaston. I don't know what's happening here.
You didn't tell him
This
that I was
plan was
mighty.
perfect.
You didn't tell him that was mighty. Probably it.
Oh, you're right. Next time I'll remember to say Sir Leroux the Mighty.
It's true.
What are you doing now?
I'm gonna ring the bell some more.
All right, you ring the bell.
Oh God.
You ring the bell once again. The window once again opens, and the man looks at you, and he was like, you can see that he's very surprised that you're still here. Like he thought that maybe this really was some kind of a joke, and now that you've told it, that maybe you would go away, and he's like, wait, you're still here?
We are very serious, sir, and I would advise you that if you want to keep your hide intact,
Man, which part of get the fuck out of here did you not understand? Take this. Take your. Actually, I'm not going to. I wanted to use some kind of a slur or something.
I was waiting for him to insult Gaston. I was waiting for it. Come on, buddy. Do it.
No. Take your friend over there, turn around, and leave this fine place before things really get out of hand. I'm not going to ask again.
Can I Can I see his face?
If you get down from the horse, of course. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's probably not going to work. I was going to see if I can grab him.
Like no, because
By the
he's
throat.
he's behind like a very small slit-like window built into the wall,
Okay.
and he's
Okay.
like he's in the guardhouse.
Can
So
Can I
Mhm.
can I shove a sword in there?
yes, obviously you can try and shove a sword in there. However, from what I understood, you are sitting on a horse behind
They're fighting their way in.
I was like,
behind Johannes, and
Gaston writes a book. Can I stab it?
you are sitting behind Johannes, and you would need to go down and take the sword and
That's too much time. Forget it.
step through the window, of course.
Great idea, just not enough time in the day.
Yeah. The plan
I'll say,
was
if my character Conrad was here, he would have punched the guy through the fucking
Oh, yes.
visor port.
the One Punch Man. We remember. Yeah. So the man looks very irritably at you, and like it's clear that he thinks that you're making some kind of an elaborate and very lame joke, and he wants you to go away. So he said what he said, and then he once again closes the cleverly concealed window, shutter, hatch, whatever you call it. Yeah, cover. Sorry.
Third time's the charm.
He opens the window and he opens the window, and this time you see that he's holding a gun.
Oh.
It's like this Looney Tunes, skit that you open the door and there's a double-barreled shotgun on the other side. So this time he has like a handgun pointed at you, and you hear, like, you even see the cocking motion of the mechanism, and you hear this click, and he says,
Put your finger in the barrel, quick.
"No, stick a carrot inside."
Yeah.
And
I'll say.
and he
I
says,
was trying to spare you the embarrassment. Okay, go ahead, sir. Yes, please tell me what you want to say, sir.
"Take a fucking hint and leave," he says.
I was trying to spare you the embarrassment of being whipped in front of the entire household, but now I will not afford you that nicety.
No, as you are saying, Johannes, I would like for you to roll me perception test, ear-based, minus 10%.
Okay.
And only you, by the way. Also, unless you've told me Gustav and Lambert, I presume that you continue walking. So, if you do, you don't hear any of the conversation. You only see Johannes standing in front of this wall, and Gaston impatiently sitting
I didn't hear it.
on the horse
Lambert
behind
heard
him.
it, I think.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, that's it. Sorry, Lambert.
Yeah,
We
buddy.
will- We will walk around one more time, and this time in front of that house, we're going to step into the park there
Mm-hmm.
and just find a place to stand there and look like we're having a conversation.
All right, sure. Johannes,
Which means we'll
hmm?
have a conversation.
okay,
I succeeded minus 10%.
yeah. So, Johannes, you are, as you are speaking to the man, you've only now realized that at some point, probably, you thought that you heard a sound, between him closing and opening the window right now, with a gun pointed in your face, that there was the sound of a small bell, ringing from the inside, and you hear approaching the gate a set of footsteps, probably belonging to quite a few people. You're not sure, of course, how many, but you can hear them approaching rather quickly. Maybe not running, but definitely, in this like marching fashion, right? What are you doing?
Well, I'm was trying to finish my conversation with the gentleman, saying when I do see Herr Steinhager, I will let him know of your impertinence.
Oh, really? Nice. All right.
And I will gladly watch him whip you in
Whip
front
me.
of the entire household staff.
All right.
Say, come, Sir Leroux.
And
This,
now,
this peasant
And now you can see, and Gaston, you can also see that because you're standing in front of the gate, that about a dozen men, armed and armored, maybe not as heavily as you, but they have like studded leathers and helmets on their heads, skull caps, mail coif, stuff like that. Weapons in their hands, by the way, swords, cudgels, clubs, maces, axes, stuff like that. Approach the gate. One of them unbolts it, and they emerge. And as they emerge, they immediately move towards you, Johannes. And the first one of them is saying, "Oh, so what? You're a fucking comedian, right? I'm going to give you something to laugh about." And you see that, in his right hand, he's holding a sword, a naked sword, short weapon. His other hand moves towards his belt, where there's a whip, a rather nasty-looking thing, with this, with the tip actually being this small metal ball, studded with tiny spikes. The guy inside the gatehouse, he like giggles and says, "Well, let's see who's going to get a whipping right now, eh?" And he closes the window.
Are we in initiative? Or
No,
can I back away
not
from
yet. But you can see that first of all, this single man approaches you. He's absolutely, completely unfazed by Gaston. In fact, they all are. And both of you probably realize why. They don't look like gutter trash. They look more like mercenaries, men who probably have seen their fair share of conflict. They actually have scars on their faces to attest to that. They look healthy and well fed. Their gear is in a very good condition. Like half of the group, they don't approach Gaston per se, but they try and interpose themselves between him and you. The other five actually look around to maybe see if there are more of you, because they don't know what's going on. And the single one that is talking to you, he right now unclips the whip from his belt, and he says, "Going to give you a good whipping, boy."
I suggest that will be the last thing you ever do.
Oh, shut the fuck up and take off your clothes. So, and
Oh, damn.
and prepare yourself. He says. Oh, sorry. Assume
damn.
Assume the
So I
position.
start playing porn music.
Actually, sorry. Assume the position.
Well, yeah. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I say, as Sigmar is my witness,
Oh, you.
I will let no provincial dirtbag mercenary
Mhm.
lay a hand on me.
Initiative order.
Especially not in the presence of the great
Sir Gaston
Sir
Leroux.
Gaston Leroux the Mighty.
Of course. We entered the initiative order. Actually, before that, I'm going to give Andy a chance. Do you want to do anything?
Everyone to death with your horse, please.
Let's see, how many people you say there
It's
were?
the strangest fight.
A 12-man total. 6 of
I like
them
this
are standing between. Mhm.
Is there any way that I can grab him
Mhm.
and ride away?
No, you would right now need to ride through them to approach him. He's like probably, I would guess, 4 to 5 meters away from you. And there are already at least 6 men between him and you. There's a single guy standing very close to him, preparing to whip him, and there are 5 additional guys in a loose formation, just
So many guys.
yeah, just getting ready for whatever will happen. That said, it's clear that none of them, to your eye at least, Gaston, they they don't think that this will escalate into a full-blown fight. For example, they don't brandish their weapons at you. They're just made sure that they are between you and Johannes. However, probably what is rather may be unsettling to you slightly is that normally people like that, they look at you with a mix of awe, respect and wariness. These guys don't. They are not afraid of you in any way. They are not concerned with the fact that you are a fully armed and armored Bretonnian knight sitting on a war horse. They study you with their cool gazes, like very calm and collected, and probably, you know, are potentially preparing for anything. That said, they don't act in a hostile way towards you whatsoever. If you want to reach Johannes, you would need to ride past them. I'm sorry, through them, not past them, through them. So unless you're going to tell me right now that you are doing something, I will ask you and Sean to enter initiative order.
There's no way I can talk to the guy.
You can try, but you also see that what Johannes, and you actually heard what Johannes was saying, and you see what he was doing. You don't think that this will work. The guy with the whip, he is very angry, and he looks like someone who wants to give Johannes a lesson. You can tell you what, if you roll minus 30% charm and succeed, and roleplay as well, I will consider de-escalation. You don't have to.
I don't even.
If you don't have charm, remember that you roll half minus 30%.
No, I have charm. It's just half.
All right.
I guess.
You can reroll that. However, on a botch, bad things will happen.
I mean, why not? Go big or go home.
Okay. Okay, so you were perhaps trying to what were you trying to say? Remember, you've merely failed. This isn't a botch, so you didn't like insult him more. Just out of curiosity, what were you trying to to say here?
I think I was gonna make him out to be a crazy person.
Oh right, okay. So you were trying. That's actually, honestly, that's very reasonable. probably because by now, even for Gaston, what Johannes is doing is slightly strange. Out of a character, like out of game, I want to say that this botch that you had, Johannes, perhaps it had something to do with a slight fever that you may be having from the wound received yesterday, and putting some kind of a meat to it. You know, you probably
Type of room temperature meat.
Yeah, you probably.
I should have used the healing power of urine. God damn it.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, I'm peeing all the time. Speaking
of
of which, I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Okay, of horse manure. Johannes, of course, doesn't know that, and Gustav didn't knew that because it only like started to working its magic today. But you have a slight fever that makes you say certain things. Mostly, it makes you not think well. At least that's how I, imagine this botch that you had.
No, that's cool.
And,
I mean, I'm trying to play it for all it's worth.
Yeah. And just so you know, because of what is happening right now, your organism, your body, actually. It tries to tell you that what you're doing is seriously dangerous to yourself. Your survival instinct kicks in, and so as the man unhooks the whip, you realize that perhaps you did said a few things too many and not in a very smart way. But right now, as you realize that, it's probably already too late.
I know it's too late.
you can hear Gaston trying to de-escalate the situation, saying that he's fucking retarded, stuff like that. He's crazy, but like those guys, they don't care. Like at this point, they simply want to teach you a lesson. And fortunately for you, the guy only wants to use the whip. he doesn't want to, use the sword, right? So we enter initiative order, and I think only Johannes and Gaston, Lambert and Gustav, you don't have to roll anything right now, because you are pretty far away as you are making your way towards the park, or rather maybe even through the park at this point. So roll me d10 and add your agility. Actually, wait, is that how you roll initiative? Because I kind of forget.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
am I
D10
even
and
rolling? Because you said they're not actually trying to fight me. So what am I doing?
What I'm saying is they're not trying to find you, but you are in this situation where they will potentially attack your comrade. So if you will want to do something, anything, you will do this in your initiative phase. You don't have to do anything, of course. You can just sit on your horse and watch. That's no problem. But if you will want to intervene, then we need to have you in the initiative order.
I think.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna have to fight 12 people, it's gonna take the whole game today to do that. So
yeah. So
I don't.
Of course. So Gaston.
I mean, I'll roll it just in case or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think.
So how much initiative do you have? Remember, if any of you guys have even a single element of chainmail, any mail actually, you deduce -10. And Gaston, you have because you have full plate, so you need to have mail under it. So, Johannes, what about you?
Yeah, I'm wearing mail, so
So
it's
46.
just
Mhm.
Yeah, 46.
Okay, so it's 46. Gaston, what about you? How much agility do you have? You rolled 6, and let's see.
My agility's 43.
43, so 49 -10, so 39. So, okay, and I'm going to roll for them. I'm going to roll once for the whole group because that's honestly this is the way. Oh wow, and they also have male elements. So they have 45 initiative.
Yeah.
So the order is Sean, Johannes, the guards, and Sir Gaston. Johannes, you see in this like slow motion that the man raises the whip and tries to whip you. What are you going to do?
I'm going to back up and put my hands to my club and dagger, but not draw them yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say,
this was a mistake.
No, I'll say Elise Margarius will be very disappointed that you harmed one of her saviors.
All right, and that's it. Essentially, that's all that you can say in a single turn.
Mm-hmm.
You take a few steps back. You put your hands on your weapons and you say the formula. From this man's face, you see that he doesn't care. Perhaps he didn't even heard what you were saying as he tries to whip you. And now, by whipping you, I mean he's going to use whip in Warhammer Fantasy is very strange. It's a very strange weapon. First of all, it's a missile weapon. Funnily enough.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That's you can't. I mean, you use it using your ballistic skill. And so.
Well, it's because you don't really know where the tip is gonna go.
Probably.
I mean, you can. I mean, having seen people try to do the Shaolin bullwhip and whip themselves accidentally, fucking hurts. By the way, I haven't done it, but I saw a guy do it, and I was like, yeah, you take some skin off.
Oh, that's well, that's probably nasty. If you, for example, I don't know, use the whip in a way that it will hit your face, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll for him. He's using it in his offhand, so he will have minuses. But he manages to hit with 19. And so, first of all, you receive damage. He goes for your legs, funnily enough. The damage for the whip is very weak because it's strength -4, but that's not the worst part. The worst part is, first of all, I'm going to roll damage. nothing happened. It's like, you know, you realize that he didn't want to hurt you, he wanted to entangle you. Now, how this works is that whip has this, I mean, I have this in Polish version, but this is probably, in English, it's probably called immobilize or something like that. He managed to hit you, and so you are now immobilized. The only thing that you can do is you can spend your turn testing strength or trying to squeeze. You either test strength or you test agility. Until you be able to do that, you are treated as helpless. So even though he went for the legs, you know, the whip is very long, he managed to like put it around you like a snake. And so and Gaston, you saw that this man is clearly well trained with this weapon, and he entangled Johannes completely. Johannes, roll me basic perception test. This is a free test. You need to roll that, by the way.
Perception.
Sorry, no, not perception. Agility -10. Okay, doesn't matter.
That sorry. Well, I mean, I rolled perception. I guess it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's
78. 78 would fail anyway. What this means is that you fall to the ground, completely entangled in the web. And so the other guys, the 5 that remain, because like the 6 in front of you, Gaston, they simply stand and probably make sure that you not intervene. The other 5 approach prone Johannes and will try to grab him. And for the sake of turn, let's say that they approached you, Johannes, and 3 of them sheath their weapons and begin to bend down to grab you. This is their turn.
Okay.
Gaston, now it's your turn. Do you want to do anything?
So I still can't try to talk them out of it. I can't say anything.
You've tried, and you have a feeling that it won't work. Like they're past talking. You see that maybe actually like few of those 6 men who are staring you down. Maybe in the eyes of 2 or 3, you maybe even see this kind of challenge, like they almost want you to try and go through them. They are common born, of course, right? You are noble born, so maybe there's this strange feeling that they have that of taking on a night, on a real night, and thinking that maybe, or thinking if they would be able to win, but none of them make any aggressive moves towards you. What do you want to do?
So I guess it's implied that they're taking him away.
You are 100% sure that the moment they will get him up, they will bring him through the gate, and then they will lock the gate. They will probably then, well, you don't really know. Maybe they will kill him in the basement. Maybe they will hand him over to the watch. Maybe they will dump him in the River Bogen. It's
all right. Well, you know what? You only die once. Let's do this.
What are you doing? You're charging, I presume.
What a bizarre fight!
Okay, so before anyone does anything, I just want to tell you right now that your decisions as a group right now may have very serious consequences later on. And that's all I'm going to say. You want to do anything, you go, just so we are clear. You've been maybe not warned, but informed. But if you want,
no, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be very knightly just to let somebody be taken away in front of me. So
probably
I have no choice at this point.
Probably
That's not very cash money of them.
Yeah. They okay. So you don't have a sword in your hand. I'm sure that you didn't pull it out, right? It's still at your hip.
I mean, I guess.
Okay. Do you take out your weapon, or do you just try and ride through them on your warhorse?
I mean, if there's a chance I can ride through them
Mm-hmm.
and do some damage
Mm-hmm.
and possibly get to Johannes
Mm-hmm.
and get him, then sure. But if you're gonna say no, I can't do any of that, then I'm gonna try to fight the people in front of me.
You can this turn, if you pass a riding test, you need to pass riding test. You will be able to ride your horse through the group of 6 men, and you still have another action. That said, assuming you'll be able to ride through them, what the second action will be?
Hopefully, just cutting him loose.
Okay, but as I've said, you don't have a weapon in your hand, and I mean this is this is logical. You wouldn't be riding through a city with an unsheathed sword, night or not. It would mean your arrest. Or
right.
I have a suggestion, but I don't feel like I can really give it.
No, actually, you know what, Sean? Let's go, because this is, as I said, this is a rather serious, potentially serious moment. So I would welcome your suggestion.
My suggestion is, when you ride through, you go and you kick that guy square in the face.
The guy with the whip.
Or bowl him over with your horse. That's what horseback police do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just throw the body of the horse around, and that breaks up crowds amazingly well.
Yeah, but funnily enough, the guy with the whip is not standing right next to you. He's like probably 2 meters from you. The whip is a very long weapon. The 3 guys surrounding you, preparing to lift you up. Yeah, they are right next to you. But the guy with the whip, he's like further behind. He's just holding the whip that that entangled you, right?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I forgot about the 3 guys.
Yeah, and also remember, Gaston, if you want to ride through the first 6, you arrive right next to the.
Well, you said it was 3, now it's 6.
No. 6 in front of you, 3 standing above Johannes. I'm going to, I'm going to draw this, because I know this. It will probably be easier that way. So first of all,
I'm gonna duck out real quick just to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay, so this is Johannes. These are the 3 guys standing above him. The whip guy is here, and there are still 2 more guys standing at the back. Let's say here and here. And then there are 6 guys. I'm going to make them pink. Here, 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 and let's say here.
Can I make a suggestion out of character? Like I'm not there.
Yeah,
I don't want to metagame.
as I've said, and just so we are clear, here's Gaston. So that's how this situation looks. Like, for you, Gaston, as a trained warrior, this is a very hard scenario. Like, this is not ideal. I just want you to realize that as someone who, who fought for most of his adult life, and probably teenage years as well, you know that this is going to be very tricky and potentially incredibly dangerous for both of you. Gustav, you want to suggest something? Go ahead.
I don't want to metagame, but it's kind of serious. So it's up to you if you let me say it.
By all means. As I've said, this is
I suggest Gaston ordering Johannes to apologize to the guy that whipped them. Just like get down on your horse, crack your knuckles like you're gonna have a respectful scrap, like no weapons. If they don't stop, and then tell Johannes to apologize to them.
Really dip into that pride that you thought you had, and throw it all out. Get down on your knees and kiss the feet of the guy that is about to kick your fucking ass.
No, I mean crack your knuckles and everything. Like I will punch you all in the face, John Wayne style, if I have to, because my honor's at stake now. But I'm also telling my guy to apologize.
Oh, I thought it was more. I'm going to beat this man
No,
myself.
no. I'm not telling Gaston to do that. I'm saying get him to kiss the other guy's feet.
Yeah.
God no.
Well, yeah. Well, no, but I mean, that's another option. Is Gaston could just beat the shit out of me.
I mean, yeah, I just want to emphasize.
Nobody beats my servant but me.
I just want to emphasize that those guys do not beat Johannes. They don't kick him. They don't slash at him with their weapons or strike him with their clubs. They just want to take him away. So there's also that. And also, please remember everyone that like this is still a civilized part of the old world. Any sort of bloodshed here, it will have super dire consequences. And
All right.
now-
Well, I'm going to
Mhm.
wait until Johannes's next
Okay,
turn.
so Johannes, in that case, I will ask you a question. Will you try and disentangle yourself? Because if not, we will exit initiative order and allow Andy to RP this however he wants. But if you will try and remove the constraints, then of course we will need to roll. It's up to you, Sean, of course.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, you got me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, by the way, also right now your brain, because of what is happening and what's going on, your brain is like it switched itself on again. Even though you can feel this slight fever, you also realize that you weren't exactly yourself for the last maybe hour or two, because a real genuine fear started to worm its way into you. You realize what is happening, and that this was probably a mistake. So you don't struggle in any way. We exit initiative order right now. Gaston, you see that the three guys, they pulled Johannes up. They hold him like those, like during a funeral. People, a bunch of people carrying a coffin on their arms, right? So like two in front, and one of them is holding his legs, making sure that he is positioned in such a way that Johannes won't be able to kick him in the teeth. The whip guy still has his whip, of course, around him, and they are, and the whip guy says, "All right, boys, take him inside," as he points to the gate. Lambert and Gustav, just so we are clear, you are not seeing this yet. That you hear some kind of commotion coming from in front of Steinhager's house, but you are making your way through the park. You can of course make your way much quicker if you wish so, given that you are hearing something fishy going on.
Yeah, I'll hurry up. I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I guess anybody
Yeah.
would.
All right.
It's a commotion. I kind of want to take a look at what's going on.
All right, Gaston, you see that Johannes is being manhandled or carried away towards the gate. What now? You have a few seconds before they pass the gate and close it.
Can I ask what they're going to do with him, or ask where they're taking him?
Sure. You ask one of the men, not the whip man. You think that he is in charge, but you're not sure. One of those 6 guys that are still standing in front of you, although they are slowly making their way, like they're moonwalking towards the gate. They still they make sure that they're still interpose themselves between you and Johannes. One of them says, "Oh, it's rather obvious, Knight. We are going to handle him over to the watch. I'm sure that they will take good care of a hooligan like him. Making trouble in Adoring. What's the word? Disturbing our master's peace.
I think my friend over there has gone a little mad.
Well, it's his
I
problem.
know exactly what you're going to get out of this.
as you say this, the whipman says, he does this hold gesture. Actually says stop. Turns around to you, looks at you. He's an older man, actually, well, older, like he's 40 something probably, so quite old for old world standards. He has this cold gray eyes. Obviously, he has seen a lot of stuff during his lifetime. His face is crisscrossed with scars and pockmarked with what looks like maybe a shrapnel or something. And he says,
"Not lover's pox."
No, it looks like he either got caught in some kind of a blast, or maybe he did in fact was shot by a blunderbuss. You're not sure. Lots of ways to get wounded in the Empire and beyond. He handles the whip to one of his cronies, to one of his men, and he approaches you. I mean, not like super close. He stands still behind his six men and says, "So what, Bretonnian? You want this man back? After all he said to me and mine, coming here, making insults without any reasons, disturbing Master Steinhager's peace. Right now he's eating breakfast with his family, and I do wonder what he's thinking about this whole commotion. Do you think this is kind of a proper behavior?"
Of course, it's not proper behavior.
So why the
I'm telling
fuck?
you, he doesn't know what he's doing. Taking him in and beating him up is like beating up a child.
Well,
at this
excellent. But so tell me, are you also insane? Because if he is crazy, that's one thing. But you said that he's your friend. So why did you allow him to come here and act like a fool?
I didn't allow him to do anything. I followed him here to make sure he wasn't going to get himself in trouble, but apparently
you did a shit job of that. Alright, tell you what. I have a soft spot for mentally ill, given my poor late brother's fate. And I honestly don't want to interrupt my employer's morning routine. They look at Johannes' purse. We will take a compensation and leave him with you. We won't call the guards. We won't do anything else. But if I'll see him in Adoring, in any place of Adoring, be this here street or park, well, let's just say that you will have to call mortuary cult, not the guards, after we finish with him. Sorry, the cult of Mor, not mortuary cult. It's not the Kara.
Yeah. Second.
Yeah. What say you, Bretonnian? Or we can, do this the hard way, and you'll be able to perhaps buy him out of one of local watch stations.
Like I said, there's no reason to do this the hard way.
Yeah, this guy's
It's not right.
Smart man, says the mercenary. He snapped his fingers. One of the guys, Johannes, all gold on you that you have on you right now is gone. He just takes it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
He takes.
They just got 90. They just got 90 gold.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He takes the all gold.
Great plan, Johannes.
Tell me, Johannes, you also had this dagger on you? The dagger that you...
Fancy dagger? Yeah, I did.
One of them
So it's
says,
gone off.
"Oi, boss, this here's one fancy dagger, eh?" He looks at you. Well, it is indeed Conrad. Sorry, not Conrad. Conrad. It is indeed Thomas. It's a very nice shiv. Or maybe he would probably either say pig sticker. very nice
Do
pig
we see
sticker.
this happening yet? Because
Yeah,
that's my goal.
yeah, you right now are. Let me quickly see. You are in this alley in the park from which you can see this whole thing happening. You are still some distance away, so unless you're going to shout very loudly, which you know is probably not the right idea.
Stuff.
Yeah.
They're shaking him down.
Okay, so they took my dagger.
No, wait.
Yeah, but they're
Hmm?
Gustav, they're shaking him down. Hello? Gustav, knock yourself out of your commitment here, bud.
How far away are we?
About, I don't know, perhaps 30 meters. Something
So
like that.
I could see them taking his coin purse and everything, right?
Yes, and you see that one of them. You see that one of them unclasps the dagger sheath at his belt. The man says, "You hear this, Gaston? Well, that's a very nice pig. Sorry, the boss says that's a very nice pig sticker, Thomas. You can have it. In fact, you can have it. It's you did well last time when we had trouble like that. I think a reward, a due reward is needed." And so Thomas the thug, Thomas the mercenary, took your dagger, Johannes. And you know,
okay.
he put it behind his belt. After that, the guard, in a very smooth motion, well, first of all, he orders the men to drop Johannes on the ground, which they do unceremoniously, and Johannes, this hurts. Like, you know, you're suddenly dropped from like a distance of a meter, maybe and a half, even that on hard cobblestone. You are very fortunate not to break any bones or teeth. The boss then quickly, in a single motion, unwhips you, like disentangles you, and he sorry, a second, Michael. He points at you, Gaston, with a coiled whip, and then he points at Johannes and says, "Well, here's your friend. You can take him now. Maybe take better care of him than now, eh? We return inside, boys." Michael, now you can act if you want. Actually, you can act as he's saying that. Mm-hmm.
Are we close enough that they could hear me if I shouted?
If you shouted, yes. However, you are in Ado ring. That's why I said that if you want to communicate with Johannes or Gaston, you and Gustav would need to shout. But shouting here is potentially not ideal, and you both know that.
It's ideal for the plan I have, because I don't want to see 90 gold of our fucking operational funds disappear because dipshit decided
No,
to
it's
get
not our
arrested.
operational funds. That's my personal money.
That's still your money, dude!
I'll get it back. I don't care.
No, okay, no,
Well, that's up to you. I can't control you.
Yeah,
I can't control you.
I thought half of that was mine because
Oh man, I gotta
Lambert,
flip a coin. I gotta flip a coin.
what are you doing?
I gotta flip a coin if I want to do this. I gotta flip a coin. I know this goes against my fucking star sign, but I gotta flip a coin. Give me a minute.
No worries.
Fuck. Alright, well, I just gotta let it go. God damn it. No, I'm not doing anything.
All right.
I'm just
Gustav?
watching this failure pile happen.
Gustav, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna say what's going on, and I'm gonna start running towards them.
You start running towards them. When they see you, Gustav, actually, the 6 men in front. I mean, they have their weapons still at the ready. Maybe not brandishing them, but they are brandishing them right now as you approach, because they think that perhaps you are trying, you are the cavalry, so to speak, and you are trying to rush them to help Johannes and maybe to take them on.
I'll slow down and put my hands up
yeah.
when I see them.
And actually,
weapons.
even one of them, cries, "Stop where you are! Don't come any closer!" Right? I presume that you stand right next to Gaston. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm gonna look down at him and say, "It's all right. It seems like our unwell friend over there got himself some trouble again. I'm getting them out of here.
Mhm.
Why are they
Move on.
robbing us?
Not robbing us.
No one
We're
is.
moving on.
You see that the 6 guys who are walking through the gate, they are practically behind the gate already, and the boss, the whipman, he whistles, and so the other 6 men like disengage, or rather not disengage, but they do turn their backs on you too, although they still of course look behind their shoulders, and they move towards the gate. He looks at you, Gustav, and says, what? You're another friend of this man, and he nods his head towards Johannes. Well, I'm sure that the Bretonnian will tell you everything that transpired here. We are not robbing this man. We are taking a just compensation for his
Half of that money is mine.
for his idiotic stupidity. Then take it with him. I am done talking to both of you. Be gone from here. This is Steinhager's estate. This is Edoring. You are trespassing.
You do this in the
here.
name of your employer or on your own?
I'm getting tired of you both.
Sir, I just arrived here. As far as I see, you've robbed me. I need to go tell the authorities.
At least the Bretonnian has common sense, but I see that you are much more aligned with this cretin here, and he points at Johannes. Take it with the authorities by all means, sir. I'll be happy. Me and my men will be more than happy to tell them exactly what happened here. Now, be so kind. Fuck off. And with that, they close the gate. The last one of them that disappears behind the gate does this very obscene gesture towards you, Gustav, not Gaston. And Gaston, you think that probably they have enough common sense to maybe, not insult nobility, even foreign nobility, or at least, not in a so outright manner, because you still probably felt slightly insulted by the way that he was talking to you. Like in Bretonia, someone who is from the common or lower class never talks like that to a knight. It's at the very best he would get whipped. In some dukedoms he would probably get hanged. But this is the Empire, of course, and they don't have any honor, so, Johannes, you are still laying on the ground. Funnily enough, you are practically unhurt. Only maybe your elbows ache slightly and your ribs from when you were, dropped to the ground. But you don't have any wounds on you. You were not beaten, you were not kicked, you were not slashed. And you regained the full clarity of your thinking. You also feel that you are still slightly, like your head slightly hurts, and you only now realize that it slightly hurts for almost a day now. It started yesterday during the evening time after you put the meat on your face.
Okay.
You are lighter. 90 coins
Go get
lighter.
some laudanum, guys.
Yeah, and you also don't have the dagger. One last thing, sorry. As you get up, you hear from behind you the window opening, and the man inside saying, "Have a pleasant day, sir," and closing the window, laughing.
What a cunt.
No, I already know what's gonna happen to him, but that's okay.
Johannes the Ripper.
No, well, I was like, It's like, where can I get a trebuchet and a few casks of oil?
Travel to known by Hellblaster, put it in front of Steinhager's house and let rip. Yeah. I presume that you get back on your feet. I also think, Lambert, do you approach the gang, or are you still staying?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I don't. I don't want to be seen with these fuckers. Not until we're well away from this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I dust myself off and say, well, it's time for me to go pay a visit to the temple of the hospital of Shalia.
The more likely it is that I can't be connected.
Cheers. Cheers.
Damn it.
Cheers once again.
Connected to these guys in the presence of this house, the more likely it is that I can come back to this house.
Yeah. So, in that case, Johannes, Gaston, and Gustav, what are you doing right now? And we are actually finishing just now, so let's hear your declarations, and then there will be XP, and we'll finish for today.
I guess in a way I got off easy here. I don't even know what happened with you, but I pledged all of my gold to Ronald to get us out of that situation yesterday. So if he only took half, I guess I'm doing all right.
Well, I think your accounting is faulty. I don't think that money was half yours, but that's okay.
Who carries that much fucking cash on them?
Somebody who's important.
Ballas.
A boomer.
Players.
Just like there's a guy on Nolner Veg that had selling charge cards. Just go buy one of those.
Jesus Christ.
He said you can have it for 2 silver and it works for up to 2 silver. It's a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't used it yet, but I'm sure it works.
I bought this Romex watch.
No, but
See this is a genuine juicy cooter bag.
I presume that this does not happen in game, right?
No.
Okay.
Stupid names for knockoffs. My wife has a fake Coach bag that I got her as a gag gift when we were in China, and it just says cough.
Okay.
It's a cough bag.
Nice.
I look at
That is
Gaston.
awesome.
Is he okay?
Huh?
Is Gaston okay?
No,
I'm asking Gaston if you're okay.
Oh, are we still playing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are finishing, but I want to hear declarations from Gaston, Johannes, and Gustav.
Oh,
Where are you going
I'm
right now?
My phone actually dropped me off, so I
Oh,
apologize.
no worries.
Okay.
I had to get right back in. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look, he's acting like an asshole. I don't know, Somehow I talked him out of it, talked us out of this situation. I guess it is what it is at this point. We'll have to reconvene and figure out something if we want to get that gold back.
He walked straight up to the place we were supposed to. Okay, yeah,
Look,
let's get out of here.
Look,
Like,
if he had just from the beginning said Gaston Leroux, the Great, the Mighty, probably would have been a different situation, but he didn't. So
I love it.
Funnily enough, probably if Gaston would be speaking instead of Johannes, it would go much easier. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
But I love this, Sean. You RP'd this very well.
I tried my best
Mm-hmm.
to do something that is totally against what I would want to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I just go. I gotta go to the hospital, boys. I'm not feeling well.
All right, let's get out of here before more bad luck befalls us.
yeah, in that case, you are. Let's just say that right now you are preparing to leave Adoring. That said, remember about your mission from Matchwike, from Green Thistles. Lambert, you are observing this whole thing from the safety of the park. Probably thinking what the hell just happened. And for now, we are finishing the game. So, first game of this new season, and it was pretty epic. So everyone gets base points. Let's say 90.
Ooh.
Yeah. After that, everyone, for your characters, 10 points. For the place of birth, Gustav. I don't think there was anything Marienburg today, sadly.
No.
Johannes, Reikland.
Yeah, I remember I was calling them, peasants and
Yes.
provincials, and
True, absolutely. You are very arrogant, very candy. I will give you 10 points, very nice. Lambert, you mentioned the mood with the names. That was very cool. 10 points.
Keep it simple.
Gaston, anything Bretonian?
I don't think so.
Okay. In that case, religion, Gustav. Run out, Shalia, something like that.
I said my contradictions came to a head. I said I pledged all of my gold to Ronald and
Nice.
did all right if I lost half.
True. You are right. I will give you 10 points. Johannes, Sigmar, I think. If I recall correctly, Johannes is
Yeah.
Sigmar, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, I just said something about by Sigmar.
Mhm.
This is the greatest idea I've ever had.
This is the best idea in the history of ideas. Yeah, we know.
Yes.
Actually, I will give you 10 points because you also did what Sigmarites are kind of supposed to do. You took initiative. You tried to haggle. You tried to discuss things like that. You were a man of action, and that's pretty Sigmary. So I'll give you 10 points. Lambert, what about you and your faith?
I mentioned a lot of gods, none of which were mine.
Yeah, you did. That actually that was pretty cool. I can give you 10 points for that, sure. That was also pretty heretical with.
Yeah, it was pretty sacrilegious.
Yeah, with Tao being tall.
So Lambert just got 5.
No, Lambert got 10. Got 10.
Got 10.
Yeah.
Gustav, how many did Gustav got 10 also?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
No worries.
I don't know what I was doing, but I was missing. I'm missing who got what for what.
Gaston, Lady of the Lake.
No lady today.
No lady today. All right. Only boys, no ladies. Well, that's true.
No girls allowed.
No girls allowed, man.
E-Man Woman Haters Club.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was boys' night.
Yeah, it's a huge sausage fest. Gustav, star sign. I don't remember the star signs at all.
The dancer.
Mhm.
It's amorous.
The dancer, let me
scornful.
quickly see. Willing dancer, amorous, desirable, scornful.
I tried to calm down the bar patrons after Lambert scared the shit out of them.
Were you? I kind of remember that I told you that when one of them looks at you, you smile. Like, this was pretty sinister for me.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that, dude.
Okay.
No, I meant like just kind of like,
Oh,
it's okay.
so that
like
was
when he got the gun out, I put my hand on it and said, "Put that away."
okay. So that was a normal smile, not a creepy smile.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like
okay.
like I didn't mean it like that.
I will give you 5 points for that. I would give you 10, but you know what? Why I won't give you? The dancer is a lover, not a fighter, and promptly flees. You came to Johannes' aid, where your instinct as a person with the background like you had, from Streets of Marienburg, would probably tell you not to get involved. Like,
Well, I was also looking at like that was my money too, so I was looking at that like it's scornful, like I compromised my disguise to
true, but
try and prevent
potentially.
that from happening.
But remember one thing, and I think Gustav with his experience would know that, is the amount of money, even 90 gold crowns, potentially worth a heavy beating, or maybe even something worse. Because
Oh no, I wasn't gonna get my ass beat. I was just like I had my hands up when they went for their weapons.
yeah, I will give you 5 points.
And when he flicked me off, I didn't do anything back. I mean,
No.
I know they're heavily armed.
Yeah. I will give you 5 points because that was the thing with the smile. Now I understand that was very cool. I was absolutely sure that you were smiling with this you try anything and my body will pop a cap in your ass or something like that.
Oh no, I meant it to try and calm people down, to put them at ease.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're really friendly.
Yeah, we're just a nice bunch of guys. Johannes, your star sign. Oh, I want to hear that.
I'm the Piper, am I not?
The Piper. Diplomatic. Diplomatic, cunning and shady.
Cunning, shady.
Oh man. Oh, sorry, Sean. I don't think I can give you anything.
Yes, I was over the top there.
Yeah. Actually, no.
I tried to make a deal.
You know what? No. You know what? I will because Oh no, sorry. I'm just reading this. Yeah, characters born under the Piper tend to be willing to negotiate in most situations, trying to look for a happy medium. But these characters also negotiate deals at any cost, even playing the two sides against each other or tricking one side to achieve the desired goal. Well, I don't think that I can give you any points given how this.
No, it's okay. I mean, the only deal I tried to make was just the so and so will be very upset that you beat me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
By the way, your very nice clothes are kind of dirty. They're not destroyed by any means, but
Okay.
they are. Yeah, they're not in the best shape.
Right.
But you, because this
I'll
is
have them washed.
yeah, this is late autumn, so they're probably not even dusty. They're more like streaked with some moisture from the cobblestones. Anyway, Gaston, you also have a dancer, if I recall correctly, right?
No, it's the drummer.
The drummer. Okay, so
Yeah, it's supposed to be excessive, hedonistic.
celebratory. You were talking about killing that.
Well, no, that's more my dooming. I would
Okay.
say the excessive part was probably prancing around town and telling him to say that I'm the great and the
great.
mighty.
True. That's right. Okay, I can give you 5 points for that. Actually, no. You know what? I will give you 10 points for that because that's riding into Ado Ring on a horse and saying that I'm Gaston the Mighty. That was very cool. Sure. So 10 points for you. Now we come to doomings. Gustav, your doom. Tell me.
I didn't have anything for doing this time.
Okay, Johannes, what about your doom?
Fear the man who's not a man. So I feel like I'm, for the most part, just like fuck you, you cannot harm me. In general, I mean, I don't know that I exactly said it specifically this time, but I felt like it was like I felt like it was my actions in my delusion are also like you're beneath me, I'm not worried about you.
Very.
I don't know if that
very
translates.
cool interpretation. Sure, I can give you 10 points. That's
Okay.
really nice. Lambert, you're dooming.
Thy tongue shall be thy undoing, is my dooming.
Mm-hmm.
And my star sign is Wyman the Anchorite.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, we
your
didn't
star
do your
sign.
star
Sorry. You're just small. I forgot
I
about
thought
it.
I spaced out again.
Caution, Wyman the Anchorite is caution and such, and I think I
Mhm.
displayed that by not
Yeah.
getting involved.
Yeah, 10 points.
And
sure.
by also taking the time and trouble to disguise my friend.
Yes, you tolerant, patient, methodical. Absolutely 10 points for you, Michael. Yes, and dooming.
I think saying in a room full of people that he will
I
kill
think,
people is
that I have no issue with killing people, while brandishing a pistol definitely fits my doom.
Because your dooming was once again the.
Thy tongue shall be thy undoing.
Yeah, 10 points definitely. For the pistol thing, I remember every single situation like that, guys. Don't you worry. And Gaston, finally, you're doing.
Indulgence in thy dark desires will end thee.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Killing stuff.
I personally want to help him out here because I think him going into this pride-filled, like, call me the greatest that there ever was kind of thing, is indulging in his dark desires for wanting to be something more than he is.
True. That's a very, very good interpretation, Michael. And yeah, Gaston, absolutely. I think it fits him. Gaston, I think, is on his way to become a rather dark version of your typical Bretonnian knight.
Standard Bretonnian knight.
anti-paladin.
Yeah. So that fits. Right. So 10 points for you, Andy. And finally, Lambert gets 5 points for being a halfling. And RPing a halfling very well.
The real
Did Gustav get a doom? I forgot.
Gustav.
No, I didn't get anything to do.
Yeah, nothing fit
Okay.
according to Bran.
The real trick here is that it's going to come out that Gaston is actually from Musalon and not
He's batshit insane.
batshit insane.
Yeah.
His king, his duke is a vampire.
Yeah. he serves Merovec. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. And so finally we arrive at the ideas. I would give Lambert. Lambert, you were on the course of getting a very nice idea bonus, but Sean had to essentially, well, take it away from you, because if the thing with the disguise stuff like that would work, yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Unfortunately, Johannes, well,
luckily,
shut the bet, as they say.
With the small interaction that Gustav had, I think Gustav's disguise is still in place, and he can still use it, as long as he remembers. You don't know these fucking people.
Oh, sorry, that was Gustav, not Johannes. My bad.
Yeah.
Gustav was all right. Sorry, it's late. I'm not thinking straight. Disregard that. So I can still give you the points because it hadn't worked yet. But if it will work with Gustav, then Lambert will receive points for a well implemented idea with the disguise and the clothing, stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think there were any ideas that push the scenario forward, or unless maybe I am missing something. I am missing something? I don't think I am missing something.
No, I don't think you are.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, these are the points. I think you should have enough for at least a single advancement. So, Andy, I will take a look at your character sheet later, and send you some ideas on how can you can spend the points.
Okay.
Let you know. As for our next game, let me quickly just let's see. Oops, that's not this. 27th of April.
It works for me.
Yeah, I should be able to.
When is it, you said? 27th?
27th, yeah.
Okay, I'll just have to double check.
Okay.
It'll probably be fine.
Remember that
I'll let you guys know.
Sure.
That should be fine.
Remember that I
Because I just have to make sure I can get somebody, that's all.
Sure. Remember that I can also potentially play on Saturdays, so 26 is also fine, right? I can't do next weekend, obviously, for obvious reasons,
Right.
but 26th or 27th, for now, let's stick with 27th. Andy will be waiting for information from you, if that's okay with you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll confirm.
Awesome. So, thank you very much,
Sounds
guys, and I'm going to hear from you soon, hopefully.
All right.
All right.
Right.
Thank
Bye.
Good game.
Later, guys.
you.
Yeah, awesome game.
Thanks for seeing.
Bye-bye.